into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning. Welcome to it. My name is Graham Richards. You are live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in after an amazing week. We have finally crested the hill. It is a Friday. You can soak it up. You can enjoy it. Obviously, it's been the best week ever because, I don't know if you remember, but you're a champion. You're a world champion. We have been in an exultant state of mind this entire week. So we're going to continue on that celebratory note this morning. Nice mixed bag for you today. Lots of entertainment, a little bit of sport as well ahead of the big weekend. We know the MSL is launching tonight. The Josie Stars up against the Cape Town Blitz. Jeremy Harris is going to fill us in on all of the weekend action, some of the footy as well. Going to have a lot of fun in the kitchen. It's probably the greatest meal ever because you can have chips, you can have egg, you can have steak, and you can have just about anything on a Gatsby. So we're asking you this morning, and we're going to put this up on all of our social media platforms so we can have a little bit of fun. Maybe you can even send us some pictures of your greatest Gatsby ever. But what ingredients would you put? What's a must-have when you are creating the ultimate Gatsby? I think for me, you've got to have a fried egg. You've got to have a fried egg on top, maybe some chips thrown in there, nice steak masala. That's the way to go. But you can let us know what inspires you when you create your own Gatsby. And we're going to inspire you this morning by creating one of the most delicious jam-packed Gatsbys you have ever seen. But we're going to have a lot of fun today. It really is a jam-packed show with some new technology thrown into the mix that is going to blow your mind. So you want to stay tuned for that. But most importantly, we're going to give you those weekend feels because it is a Friday and we've earned the right after a really busy week. And of course, we also, I think, can sit in the glow of their first week on Expresso, and they've done so well. We invited and welcomed 2 new members to the Expresso family this week. And Jamie Lee and Kutle have been awesome and such a cool addition to our family. You are now family, guys. So a very good morning and welcome to the family.
Hello, Graham. Now listen, you cannot talk about a Gatsby without saying a geba. In the Cape Flats, we know it as a geba. But my favorite ingredient to go on it, I don't like the roll, so I like a rooty Gatsby. But of course, like Graham was saying, slap chips, steak on it. But Evo, I feel like Evo would just be the top to it. I mean, hello to everyone besides the people who does not eat Evo, because Evo is life. So tell us again, what is the favorite ingredient or what ingredient you would add to your favorite Gatsby? And that is what we're talking about. But let's take a look at what is happening in and around with Kutle and Tabiso in the beauty room.
Listen, man, Evo is life, Jamie. That's something I can definitely agree with you on. Good morning, South Africa. It's time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of weather. In Johannesburg, times of clouds and sun can be expected this weekend with pleasant temperatures that range between 14 to 31 degrees. A shower or thunderstorm is expected on Saturday afternoon, but clears up towards the evening. So please be prepared for the rain. Get those rain jackets out. And in Durban, cloudy conditions are expected this weekend with a little morning rain and a couple of showers in the evening. Temperatures range between 18 to 23 degrees. Humidity remains high and rain gets heavier as the weekend progresses. Now down to the friendly city, Port Elizabeth. Intervals of clouds and sunshine with the morning shower and cloud cover increases as the weekend progresses. A strong easterly wind is expected for the entire weekend with temperatures with a maximum of 23 degrees rather and a low of 17. Be prepared for the rain. And in the mother city, Cape Town, partly sunny conditions with nice warm temperatures that range between 13 to 26 degrees. Temperatures become chilly in the evening and cloud cover decreases. A southeasterly breeze is expected. Whether rain or sunshine, whatever it may be, make sure to have yourselves an amazing weekend. I know that I'm kicking my weekend off looking like a queen that I am. I look like I just walked out of $1 million signing, darling. Oh, this is from W Studio. Woolies will hook you up. I've decided to pair it up with, you know, these simple brown earrings and my leopard print heels. And yeah, it's all white. It's very simple yet very chic. You can go, you know, on a dinner out or turn up. Let's have a look at today's quote of the day.
Thank you so much, Kutle. We are rocking the pastels. I don't know what it is about this, but every single person that I've met this morning has had a comment. This is obviously a very evocative outfit. I've been called a futuristic tour guide, an evangelist from Florida. Feeling the vibe. It's a Friday. We've dressed up a little bit, but we're rocking the pastels. And of course, you can shop all of the fashion that you see on Expresso at Woolies stores or online or using their incredible app. And there's so many cool kind of promotions tied into that as well. So it really is worth getting on board, having a look, seeing what's breaking at the moment. But we want to inspire you. We want to be positive. I think that's the most important thing, certainly for me, is allowing that thought to dictate the actions. What do you got for us this morning?
Today's quote is focus on positive outcomes. Be aware of the power of positive outcomes via positive thoughts and positive action. So it's all positivity for this Friday. It's positivity, positivity, positivity.
Because it's a choice, Jamie. I think ultimately that's where you've got to really let it sink in, is that it is a choice to choose how you feel. You start with a positive thought, and it's amazing how that can manifest in so many ways within your life. So let that be your starting block this morning. Start with a positive affirmation when you get out of bed, because I always assume people are still in bed at this time, that you're just chilling watching us from bed. In fact, stay in bed for another couple of hours. We got you. We'll look after you. We'll keep you entertained. We're going to have a lot of fun this morning. We'll also bring you up to speed with all the latest news headlines.
A very good morning to you on this Friday morning, and here's a quick look at the news headlines. On the national front, the High Court in Pretoria yesterday postponed the hearing of an application to get the police and the city of Tshwane to deal with the hundreds of foreign nationals camping outside the United Nations building in Pretoria to next Wednesday. Meanwhile, 9 people, including a 3-year-old child, were injured in a building collapse in Durban CBD yesterday. Taking a look at international headlines, there have been more than 7 million cases of malaria and nearly 2,700 deaths from the disease in Burundi since the beginning of this year. During the past 2 months alone, 1.5 million new cases have been recorded. Now, tens of thousands of Lufthansa passengers faced disruptions yesterday as cabin crew in Germany kicked off a massive 48-hour walkout in the biggest escalation yet of a bitter row over pay and conditions. Now, some 1,300 flights have been affected as a result. And finally, the Springbok Rugby World Cup winners kicked off their 5-day trophy parade yesterday morning outside the Union Buildings in Pretoria. Huge numbers of enthusiastic cheering supporters decked in green and gold gathered from the early hours to send them off with the Webb Ellis Trophy Tour, which will crisscross the country. Now, while President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed the world champions, showering them with praise, he jokingly did say that he was very pleased that the country was not about to hold an election, because without a doubt, the entire Springbok rugby team would be elected to Parliament. Siya Kolisi would have been president and Rassie Erasmus the Minister of Finance. He said, well, you might be onto something there, Comrade Ramaphosa. On that note, let's take a look at the sports headlines.
Well, still, I think dealing with the aftershock of the Rugby World Cup final. Springbok fly-off Andre Pollard and Lot Diacha both being treated for injuries sustained in that Rugby World Cup final against England in Yokohama last weekend. Then back into the water, South Africa's Chandler Clough yesterday won gold at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Doha, posting an impressive time of 51.70 seconds to win top honours in the 100-metre butterfly event. And in motorsport, a big weekend locally. The FIA World Rallycross Championship finale will go down to the wire this weekend when the top contenders Andreas Bakarota and Timmy Hansen will fight it out for the 2019 crown at the Killarney International Raceway, with Kevin Hansen not far behind. We're going to delve a little deeper into some of our weekend footy, and of course the MSL kick-starting tonight with the Josie Stars up against the Cape Town Blitz. Jeremy Harris has stepped in for that.
A 0 fee account with 0 surprises. That's different. Money.
We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Ndokozo Makatini sent us his sunrise from Johannesburg, where times of sun and clouds can be expected with a light northwesterly wind, reaching a maximum of 31 degrees. Gary Ukamp sent us his amazing sunrise from East London, where partly sunny conditions can be expected with a shower in places this morning and a strong southwesterly wind, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Now it's time to have a look at what's happening around South Africa. In Polo, Polokwane, you can expect a low of 15 degrees with a maximum of 31. Do expect heavy rainfall for Mbombela with a low of 14 degrees and a high of 25 degrees. And in Pretoria, there's a low at 16 with a peak of 34. It's about to get lit. In Johannesburg, expect a low of 19 degrees and a maximum of 31 degrees. Highest temperature in the country in Mahikeng with 19, which peaks at 36 degrees. In Klerksdorp, with a low of 17 and a high of 34 degrees, and in Kimberley, a low of 14 and a high of 31. Now in Bloemfontein, expect a very cold 12 degrees with a high of 30 degrees, and expect a heavy rainfall for Richards Bay with a low of 17 and a high of 22. A couple of showers for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 13 and a maximum of 18 degrees. A light drizzle for Durban with a low of 18 and a maximum of 22 degrees. Expect occasional rain from Mthatha with a low of 11 and 24 degrees, and light showers for East London with a low of 14 and a high of 22. And in Craydog, expect 8 degrees with a maximum of 25 degrees, and a couple of showers for Port Elizabeth with a low of 14 and a high of 21. Occasional rain for George. The cold of 13 degrees and a high of 19 degrees. Is going to be a cold weekend. The lowest temperature in the country in Sutherland with a low of 7 degrees and a high of 23. And in Cape Town, a low of 16 degrees with a high of 22 degrees. Southwesterly wind of 18 kilometers an hour in Worcester, with a low of 12 degrees and high of 27 degrees. And in Springbok, with a low of 12 degrees that peaks at 31 degrees. In Uppington, expect a low of 17 degrees with a high of 34 degrees.
Alrighty, that's what the weather looks like all around the country for you. Hopefully it turns out in the way that you would like it to. If it doesn't, don't worry, we got you here. And of course, we got a whole weekend full of sports. That's why Mr. Jeremy Harris is here. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Kat.
Very, very well. Sis Princess, what are you offering us this morning?
A shot of Expresso.
Oh, okay. Good way to start.
Up.
There you go. Just to wake you up a little bit. It's like you feel my inner mood, Sis Princess. Thank you very much. Of course, the exciting news right now, Sis Princess, that the Springboks are on a national tour with the trophy they won in Japan. That's amazing. So they're coming to Cape Town on Monday. Get your Springbok colours ready, green and gold. Jeremy, have you got your kit ready?
I do. I'm just a bit sort of more concerned about what Princess is going to be wearing and doing on Monday.
No, she's going to be having a great time with all of us. The best day ever.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've also got a massive weekend of sports coming up. There's so much football, so much cricket. Oh, my goodness. Are you ready for this?
I think that I'm going to have to come to terms with the fact that there's no Rugby World Cup to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's another busy weekend of sport, even without it.
Yeah, looking forward to chatting all about that after the break. Stay tuned.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Oh, you can make my day.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday morning ahead of a bumper weekend of sports. It's all about some big derbies. The Mzansi Super League. It's here 5 weeks of thrilling cricket to sink our teeth into. Of course, it kicks off tonight. We'll see a local derby between Paarl Rocks, Cape Town Blitz on Sunday as well. In the PSL, it's the Soweto derby. It doesn't get much bigger than a high-flying Kaizer Chiefs up against an Orlando Pirates that seem to be finding their feet. Don't laugh, Jeremy Harris. And then, of course, the English Premier League clash of the Titans. Liverpool up against Man City, the closest in the chasing pack. Yeah, to give us his views on this and all of the amazing sport that's going on in the world at the moment. Sports anchor Jeremy Harris. Welcome to it, my brother.
Hey, bud.
I'm good. I'm also suffering from a little withdrawal, Rugby World Cup withdrawal.
We're not going to talk about Rugby World Cup at all, no?
We can still do it.
Okay.
The Trophy Tour gives us an extra 2 weeks to talk about it. So we love you guys. See if you're watching right now. We love you, man, because you're a champion. I'm a champion. You're a world champion. We love it. But of course, we turn our attention to the fastest, most furious format of cricket, and we love the Mzansi Super League, and they seem to have leveled up a little bit this year. Some massive marquee signings. When they're dropping $1 million on a Morne Morkel, you know that teams are serious about this. We saw some amazing young players get kind of that platform to announce themselves, the Nokias of this world. We absolutely love that, but a couple of big marquee names. So let's start now with Cape Town Blitz. We know, obviously, Dale Steyn provides a perfect cornerstone from a bowling perspective, but they've now introduced fast bowler Wahab Riaz. He's come in for David Malan, who was cool. I really enjoyed getting his perspective, meeting him last year. What do we know about Wahab Riaz? How dangerous is he going to be in the shortest format?
Dangerous. I mean,
terrifyingly so.
Put on an extra helmet, I think. No, I think he's certainly going to add quite a bit of pace and also experience to that blitz side. But I mean, if you look at what Ashwell Prince has assembled around him, he's got Hashim Amla as his batting consultant. He's got Quinton de Kock as his skipper, and he's got Moeen Ali inside the mix as well. Not to mention, a decent-looking squad as well. They're certainly going to be a challenge. But as you say, it feels like the playing fields are as level as they can be. I mean, there's strength throughout the entire Mzansi Super League teams, which I suppose is encouraging from a fan's perspective.
A couple of stores. Anrich Nokia we've mentioned, and he really was one of the revelations last year. Yanaman Malan, also an absolute
tons of runs there,
renovation. They really are a superb outfit. Do you think they've got the edge on the Josie Stars tonight? Josie Stars probably being the team to beat?
Yes, and I think, look, the home ground counts for nothing these days in this format of the game. T20 is really a little bit of a lottery. Anything can happen. One over goes your way or doesn't go your way, and the game is sunk because it's so short. But I think that the Blitz certainly will, ask some serious questions of the Josie Stars.
Gary Kirsten brought back into the mix, and I love this. Nothing quite like seeing the managers in the dugouts. This is like real-time management because it can turn on a dime. Let's be honest, a match can be decided with one ball, one over.
Precisely.
It really is that important. What is he going to bring to the Durban Heat? We're probably, when you looked at and obviously they've lost, Hashim Amla was one of the star batsmen that they had, one of their marquee players. So he's no longer in the fold there. But the Heat, they flattered to deceive in the last edition.
Look, I think that Gary will obviously add the experience. He's worked a lot in the IPL, as we know, not to mention, of course, in South Africa. He knows the players and he knows the international players as well. And so I think that he's certainly going to be able to, get the Durban Heat to deliver to their potential.
How do you feel about Dwayne Olivier being back in South Africa?
How does Dwayne Olivier feel about being back in South Africa?
I don't know, man.
Welcome back.
We've of course, he's become a Cold Black player. That was one of the biggest controversies that's hit South African cricket in a long time. But it's going to be cool to have him in the mix. And he was such an amazing star. We talk about revelations. Another one that was certainly for the Proteas seemed to be on the up and up.
Marked for greatness, absolutely.
Is it purely financial, a player like that making a decision to take himself out of the running?
Well, look, I think that certainly was what he was talking to us about in terms of the reasoning behind going. There's obviously maybe the added carrot of international play for England, but I think that
long-term security.
I think long-term security is what he was looking at.
So Josie Stars up against Cape Town Blitz tonight, Durban Heat, Tshwane Spartans tomorrow, then Paarl Rocks, Cape Town Blitz, and another derby game on Sunday, and then the Nelson Mandela Bay Giants up against the Josie Stars as well on Sunday. PSL doesn't get much bigger. It's derby weekend.
Wow.
Are Buccaneers going to present a challenge to Chiefs now, who seem to be on a different level? They seem to have found another gear, which we haven't said of Chiefs in a number of years.
Yeah. Look, I've got to fancy Kaizer Chiefs for the win. But saying that, Pirates have all of a sudden, I don't know what, there's a little bit of gelling together. The team seems to have found themselves, never mind found their feet. I think that they are playing more as a team. There seems to be more sort of understanding across the park amongst the players. So, it could go either way. And I mean, those Soweto derbies literally is, so much passion, so much emotion, and almost the football skill gets left to the side. It really is what happens in the moment.
Standalone fixture, undoubtedly. What do you make of Benny McCarthy being unceremoniously dumped from Cape Town City? We know 7 games without a loss, and certainly the team showed a turnaround in form with I think it was a 5-3 win during the week.
Yes, against Polo. Look, I mean, I think, and in fact, I know I spoke to the chairman, John Komitas, and he was saying to me it was one of the toughest decisions he had to make. But with a run of 2 wins out of only 18 matches, you had to believe the writing was on the wall. And, I think that...
After having such a stellar season last year,
absolutely, they had such an amazing season. Look, 5-3, a good sort of response from the team, but it must have been so hard to let Benny go. I mean, there is, certainly one of the icons of this country's this country's football.
Yeah, fairy tale story. And just very quickly, lastly, Liverpool, Man City. It's a big one from an early season kind of decider. Do you see this? How much is this going to tell us about where this season is going?
I suppose it's an indicator, but I mean, it's so early on in the season, and I mean, I'm not too sure what we're going to see. I was hoping you weren't going to say to me, pick a winner, because I mean, both of these teams will deliver. City have scored more goals than Liverpool, but Liverpool are the more winningest side,
the better record,
record. And so, I mean, what is it going to tell us? It's going to tell us that on the day one of them won or lost, and they'll go on and
it's that kind of keen
insight that I bring to this.
No, it is. It's a very, very tough one to call. A couple of great matches coming up over the weekend as well. I think Spurs looking to get back to winning ways in the Premier League at least. And I think a big one to watch, Leicester City versus Arsenal, mainly because of Jamie Vardy, top scorer this season. He is on fire. Leicester are on fire. It's going to be an exciting weekend of sport all round. I'll hopefully see you on Long Street when the Trophy Tour hits Cape Town. But of course,
I'll be hanging off the bus.
If you're in Durbs, go and experience it. Go and shout, scream, and enjoy reveling in, because you're a champion. You're a champion. We're all world champions.
And of course, if you do enjoy the finer things in life, you might want to make your way to the Valdevie Estate this weekend to enjoy some polo. Of course, widely known as the sport of kings. And it enjoys an illustrious 150-year history in South Africa alone. And it's going to be put on the spotlight tomorrow in the 2019 Pink Polo, which is, of course, all to help raise awareness around breast cancer. And joining Expresso this morning to share more about this exciting polo action that you can expect to see tomorrow, polo professional and coach Kevin Rickson. Good to have you here. So how are you?
Morning, very well, thank you.
Must be both an exciting and quite stressful time of the year for you right now, bringing together all the involved parties in making sure that the polo action that we're going to witness out on the field is going to be good.
Absolutely. No, it's something that's clearly very, very important, bringing it to everybody's attention, the breast cancer.
Yeah.
And it's very unique to Cape Town having polo, because there's no polo played anywhere else in Cape Town at this level. So it's a really, really good day out.
Yeah. Give me a lay of the land regarding the polo scene right now in South Africa. What does it look like, and the prospects and the processes involved in becoming a professional polo player?
All right, you're looking at probably just over 30 clubs in South Africa. Mm-hmm. The majority are in Natal. You're looking at 8 clubs, very sort of homegrown farmers play, their sons play, whereas in Cape Town you're looking at 4 clubs in the Western Cape, Plet, Valdevie, Cape Town Polo Club. In the Free State, there's clearly some clubs there as well. So, yeah, not hundreds and hundreds of clubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So still a sport in its infancy. But what about the possibility of becoming a professional polo player? How would one go about that?
Yeah, not an easy task.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly expensive sport to play, to get into. Clearly helps if your parents play. You get brought into it at a young age. Can't rely on that as your only income. You've got to have probably a second job or a third job. It is a very, very difficult thing to pursue. And if you have the talent, you're more than likely going to go overseas and get those opportunities and get paid sufficient money to be able to look after yourself.
Yeah. All right, but at least for those of us who would like to enjoy the sport, there's the opportunity to do so with the Pink Polo happening tomorrow. It is Polo with a purpose, the overarching theme, of course, to bring awareness to breast cancer and through many stakeholders that are also supporting. How important is it for you to be able to use your skill, your knowledge base, in order to support the Pink Polo?
Yeah, you know, particularly at the moment, the club itself is going through a very sad stage. We've just lost one of our members from cancer, and it's brought it home really. And this day we'll be celebrating Johan de Plooy, who lost his life to cancer. And then clearly with the breast cancer, it's something that it gets highlighted and brought up. And people talking about it, it's going to be, you know, people are going to go and investigate, and it just gets brought to the fore. And early detection is clearly what one wants to do, and the more we talk about it, the better it is, clearly. But as I say, it's very, very relevant to Val de Vie because of our loss. So that day is going to be very important to us.
Yeah, and our prayers and thoughts are with you as a club, and of course the extended family, of course, of the player as well. Talk to me about when it comes to the preparation from a polo player perspective, because you've obviously not assuming that role right now because you're organising it, but how does the preparation come about? What the leading weeks before the eventual game that we're about to see, and does it differ a little bit because it's charity now? I know that polo is a very competitive sport if you have a look at what happens during the game itself.
No, clearly, and there's two teams that are going to be out there wanting to win. It's extremely competitive. You've got 4 guys and girls running around there wanting to win. It's clearly, I think it's that march on that is very emotional. You'll see as we start. Yeah. And as I said, this moment, so once that moment is over, that ball gets thrown in, it's all go.
Yeah, and the commentary is exciting as well.
Incredibly. He does an incredible job.
So, I mean, in order to be there and enjoy yourself at the Pink Polo, you don't really need to have an intimate knowledge of the sport, do you?
You know, like I said, it's a day out, very, very different that you would do anywhere in Cape Town. You're going to go enjoy the fashion. You're going to enjoy Simone and their team have put on an incredible event there again. It's our 10th year. It's going to be one huge party.
It's a very, very special, glamorous event, and most importantly, it's polo with a purpose. So not only are you enjoying some of the finer things in life at one of the most beautiful spots anywhere in South Africa, you're also helping to create awareness around a very, very important cause.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, Kevin. Looking forward to it tomorrow. How many are the ponies ready, by the way?
They are ready.
How many of them do you have?
You'll be looking at 70-odd ponies just for the one game. A lot of horsepower.
It's going to be a lot of horsepower. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning, and looking forward once again to tomorrow. So the 2019 Pink Polo takes place in Paarl tomorrow, the 9th of November. And of course, you can find all of the information by visiting pinkpolo.co.za. And if you are in the area, make sure that you don't miss out on this polo with a purpose.
Join former Miss World Dr. Relene Strauss and the ever so suave Nico Panaggio as they host this year's Pink Polo, presented by Biomedical Emporium on the 9th of November at Val de Vie Estate. With proceeds going to breast cancer awareness, be part of SA's Who's Who saying hello to summer with a day of polo, fashion, sunshine and celebrity in the winelands. At the Pink Polo, presented by Biomedical Emporium.
Well, guys, this is totally exciting. I'm not sure if you guys have been to the Pink Polo, but it is, without a doubt, one of the highlight social calendar events of the year here in Cape Town. And people come in from all over the country just to check it out.
I have so much FOMO, but unfortunately, I'm flying out to Joburg tonight.
Oh, shame, man.
Are you going, Jamie?
Are you going? I could lifty. I'm working tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, actually. Sorry, guys. Are you going?
Yes, I'm going to check it out. I will check it out. Polo with the purpose out at the Val de Vie Estate. I'm going to take a look lots of pictures. You guys are going to have more FOMO. But listen, things are happening in Hollywood. People who have died a long time ago are being revived using tech. James Dean, you'll hear all about it. But if you guys could wake someone up from the dead, just for one day or for a while, using tech, who would it be?
From Hollywood or personally?
Hollywood, because personally might be a little bit otherwise.
Aaliyah, definitely.
Aaliyah, yeah. I miss you, it's been too long, and I'm lost in a dream.
Hey.
What am I?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday morning. We're live, large, and in charge. And it's so good to be in your company. Now listen, Hollywood was abuzz this week, Jamie Lee, with the news that famous actor James Dean, who passed away in 1955, is set to return to the big screen. Yes, this is thanks to both CGI and a talented voice actor who will voice his lines. Now, given that technology can bring our favorite actors or artists back to life, might our favorite stars ever retire from cinema? That's the big question. So here to help us unpack how this technology is restoring cinema and cinema greats as well, and all the implications therein, our resident tech expert, Brian Smith. And we've been having lengthy discussions about this off camera, but it's great to have you here discussing this.
Thanks very much for having me.
Yeah.
So Brian, listen, let's start right at the beginning because I'm really confused. How exactly are they going to bring James Dean back to life, and how is technology going to just, make this possible? possible?
That's the big question. So when it comes to sort of managing the digital legacy of an act and bringing that into the 21st century and beyond, there are a number of different ways to do this. So the approach that the movie studio has taken with bringing James Dean back for this movie, which is going to be called Finding Jack, and it's set in the Vietnam War, is quite interesting. So instead of using motion capture or hiring another actor perhaps to portray him with some kind of likeness or resemblance, they're actually going to restore him into the movie exclusively via CGI. So it's more about capturing his likeness than the actual performance of the original actor. So instead of using archive footage or materials, they're actually going to hire a voice artist to sort of emulate his voice and bring his personality and charm, so to speak, back to the big screen.
Yeah. So has this been done before? Have other actors been, I want to do this big air quotes, brought back to life in other roles before? And what kind of technology is being used to do this?
They have. So bringing an actor back by CGI is one approach, and that's going to be really interesting to watch what happens with James Dean. But this actually isn't the biggest controversy or biggest debacle we've had or debate we've had around this technology thus far.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, Peter Cushing, the famous actor, was actually brought back from the original Star Wars movie into a more recent Star Wars movie called Rogue One.
That's who we're looking at on screen right now.
Precisely. And this was actually done in an entirely different way. So an actor, Guy Henry, was portrayed to give a voice and physical portrayal of the character Tarkin on screen. And then essentially his face was mapped out, and what they managed to do through a combination of lighting techniques as well as some machine learning, they were actually able to superimpose Peter Cushing's features on top of his face through CGI. So what you actually had was an actor portraying an actor giving a portrayal of a character.
Wow.
And it's really interesting to note how the differences are in that how we can restore particular pieces of footage back to the big screen. Another really good example also from Star Wars is Carrie Fisher tragically passed away before she was able to conclude the latest Star Wars movie coming out this year. And though her family didn't give consent for her likeness to be reused or edited, what they were able to do is restore her into the film through unused footage. So it's a big part of the debate around maintaining actors' legacies and exactly how they'll be used in feature films or franchises that they've been associated with after their death.
No, it totally makes sense if you say it like that. But how are the digital legacies of the actors handled then?
So that's the biggest question. There's no real regulation to sort of define how someone's likeness or perhaps their portrayals might be used into the future. It's one thing to use them in a documentary, for example, about their life, but it's another to reconstruct them into a particular portrayal in a movie. And one of the things that's been noted so far that could happen is that regulation could allow actors' estates and their families along after their passing to essentially use their likeness or their previous portrayals to generate sources of income into the future. So we might see a future in which celebrities sort of beyond the mortal foil, living in the here and now as we call it, might well continue to act far longer than they might have in the past.
Yeah, and this kind of technological use also has far-reaching consequences, at least from my perspective, tentacles in the world of deep faking, as we've learned about as well, because we're now starting, accepting this blurs the lines between reality and, I guess, fiction or digital world. Once we start accepting that, we start accepting, you know, the infusion of that into our lives. You know what I mean?
Totally. And if you consider how readily accessible deepfake technology is today, what are we going to consider in 10 years' time when we're able to essentially take on the likeness of an actor or perhaps a celebrity through this technology, through an app or service on our smartphones? It's going to be something huge to consider, and watching what's happening in the movie industry now might just be the tail start of it.
Spill over into that. Brian, thanks very much. Appreciated. How about you consider that topic of conversation and let us know what you think about this exciting or perhaps very threatening technology that is impacting not just the cinematic world, but in later years as well, could be impacting the real world as we know it. Real world.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword INSURE to 30788 for a callback and a quote, and you could be a winner.
Well, from the really exciting world of tech, we delve all the way to the movies. The summer is in full swing, and that means the box office is packed all the time. Lots and lots of movies out to check out. Let's see what's been making waves at the cinemas this week.
Arnie kept his word, but is the Terminator back with a bang, or more are made back? Count your blessings, local film for 2 good weeks, down to 5th. Assassin slipping in Scorpio season, Gemini Man is 4th a month later. At 14 billion rand worldwide, Joker can now just about afford private mental health care. It's third. It's like a time-traveling android killed the clunky sequels. Terminator Dark Fate opens second. And it's like Maleficent got bored of good as her Mistress of Evil sequel takes week 3 in first.
What a time, what a time. Such exciting films.
Absolutely exciting, man.
All of my favorites are there. I don't know, when last were you at the cinema?
Oh, I can't lie. I think sometime last year. I'm very embarrassed to say it.
Your life is about to change because every single week, especially on a Friday, JP Sebastian comes on here and he gives us a rundown of all the movies that we need to be checking out. In fact, you've got quite a few of them that are coming out.
You seem to think that her life is going to change for the better now that she works here.
It's definitely going to change for the better.
Like, you guys never see movies. You guys are so busy and so hardworking for the viewer out there that... What was the last one you saw?
Ooh.
Titanic.
Not even big screen. Like...
Avengers, was it this year? The Avengers.
Which Avengers? Like
the last one.
Which one was the last one?
The last one.
Endgame? Okay.
That was this year.
But we'll take a little bit of time out right now, though. Let's just take a quick breather. When we come back, JP Sebastian is still in the house to... Oh! I'm actually too excited now.
Oh, you want to take a break, but we're not taking a break. Exactly. Your life is about to change. Okay, so JP, it's Friday. People are sitting at home anxiously wanting to know what movies are out there that they need to be checking out.
Yes, which movies they want to be checking out. I'm not so sure. This seems like a bad week for movies.
Really?
So look, when it's summer in America, that's one thing. When it's summer in South Africa, like they're sort of like, okay, well, we got really the deepest, darkest of winter coming up. So these I'm not super looking out for necessarily. We Belong Together is the first one. And goodness gracious, got to be a candidate for one of the worst posters I've seen all year.
Yeah, it looks a bit dated, doesn't it?
Someone like, I don't know, with MS Paint just got really hyped about that spray can effect, and they were like, just hide the arm. We can't like get rid of the background perfectly. And she's got, I don't know, augmented her breasts to become 2 other actors by the looks of things. Someone protruding from her chest like a chest burster in Alien. Not a sci-fi, however. It is a love triangle, fated, ill-fated romance, bad decisions, that type thing. So the guy is a university professor. And as some professors do, who all should have open door policies, hopefully, falls into a bad decision with one of his students, which is to say has a love affair with her. And all the while, however, he is going through, I believe, a divorce, and he's also dealing with alcoholism. He's like clean for the longest time.
Bit of a dark place.
This ends up being, I suppose, symbolic for a temptation, one, last, like you said, a foray into the dark place kind of thing. So if you love soap operas and you love, an entire season of a soap opera to be condensed into 2 hours, then maybe this is for you. If you got money to blow, this is not my kind of thing necessarily. But it's, scandal, warm-blooded. Ooh, can't believe she did that type thing. But man, I'm so tired of movies that like make the man the victim. Like he made a poor decision, and for some reason the girl's got to seem crazy because she won't let go. It's like
it's the same narrative over and over again, especially with the whole narrative of a professor and a student, but he's in love with his wife, etc., and falling into temptation.
You've got Woody Allen doing the same thing, and he's got his own stories outside. So Hollywood's like a bunch of men who are writing stories to forgive themselves for their own infractions. But if you do love something a bit warm-blooded, maybe this is
for you. And also, I suppose, look, the telenovelas are taking a bit of a shoot up, so this is probably going to do
and there's something weirdly like transfixing and addicting about soap operas. I know when Marlena turned into Satan, I was like,
that's in the 90s, JP. That doesn't happen like that anymore.
She's still waiting for the Marlena movie.
You're taking us to Bollywood as well this weekend. Bala, or is it Bela, is coming out?
Bala, I suppose. I've always wondered, why have I not spoken about Bollywood movies before? It's just like, we had a convention here where it just wasn't, I don't know, the thing for no particular reason. And it is shocking.
Very, very popular. We play them every weekend here on SABC3.
And now this comes along and it was just way too tempting to grab a hold of. The story is about another form of oppression of men. Don't we all know about this? Maybe you, Toby, so especially. A man is prematurely balding. No, I'm joking.
Excuse me, sir. This is not a toupee.
Excuse me, sir.
So, as you could tell, it's a comedy, and he's, as you're seeing in that scene there, remembering the days of his luscious locks when he was a lot younger. Obviously, that's so important in being a Bollywood man, having beautiful, flowing, slow-motion locks, and this poor guy in his comedy tries different kinds of remedies to get back into the dating swing of things. It actually does look quite entertaining.
What are they doing now?
whatever he can by the looks of things. And then eventually he lands on the perfect toupee, and he's got to learn to love himself before someone else will love him. What's so weird about Bollywood right now, by the way, is that while this is releasing in South Africa and it's also releasing in India, Bala, at the same time there's another movie releasing in India. I don't know when it has a date in South Africa, but released last week about a man who is struggling with premature baldness. So there's
Okay,
beef.
so that's definitely a trend going on there, isn't it?
Why is it like such a specific story? And now these two movies are like fighting legal causes against one another. You copied my balding man movie, no, you copied mine.
But we're both balding, come on.
Isn't everyone a bald man inside?
Are there any standout characters in terms of just the cast of people that we might recognize from other Bollywood films?
Oh, you're asking me. This is news to me. So I was just thrilled by the idea of the premise. Like, how do you sit around a writer's table and be like, guys, balding man.
Look, it's a sensitive issue.
Drama ensues.
It's a sensitive issue that's going on. Okay, so
looks
Black
funny
and
enough for me.
Blue is another one, Dion Taylor, but we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. JP Sebastian is here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Connect with us on our social media. It's Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Let us know what you think of the movies that are coming out today. Will you be checking them out? A bit later on, more coming from JP. We'll see you just now.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday morning, and so good it is to be in your company. You guys good this morning?
We're good. Are you good this morning?
I'm so good.
You are smiling from here.
Laughing.
Yeah, I just love it. Listen, we've got some great news to report on, happy news at least. And oh baby, that's the buzzword right now in the entertainment scene in Hollywood, on the streets. Today we bring you two great stories. We'll have one a little bit later on, but right now we focus on the fact that the first story involves actress Shay Mitchell, who is famous for roles in young adult series like Pretty Little Liars, if you've seen that, and Hugh. Now, she and her boyfriend Matt Babel welcomed a new baby girl last month, sharing the news on Instagram on the 20th of October. And yesterday, the star, who has 26 million followers on her platform, shared the first full picture of her baby's face. There it is. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. And then announced to the world that her name is indeed Atlas Noah.
Atlas Noah.
Exactly. She then shared a very touching post that states, Atlas Noah, in my 32 years of life, I thought I'd seen a lot of places, experienced a lot of things, met a lot of people, and felt love. Then came you. Yo, the feels.
Does this feel and sound familiar?
It really does.
Yeah?
Can you
it
relate?
really, absolutely, absolutely. Now, the actress is keeping her head up after she was publicly blasted for attending Canadian rapper Drake's birthday party seemingly days after she'd given birth in an intense 33-hour labor process, apparently. And Mitchell fought back against the mom shamers out there, revealing to her followers that she gave birth to her baby girl before posting about her on social media. So it's like guys, you really weren't there, so who gets to decide when I'm allowed to go out and when I'm not allowed to go out?
It's also got nothing to do with anyone. I think that fans can get too involved.
Especially with women and their bodies. And I mean, who decides, okay, after a certain amount of days,
you can go
out
now you
and
can't
enjoy
go out.
yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Mommies need a break.
That's why there's a block button, girl. Shay,
block those people.
Block all of them.
As long as you're enjoying mommyhood and parenthood and it's a beautiful journey for you and your family, that is all that matters. Absolutely nothing else does.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
But it's great news.
It is absolutely great news. I mean, I think they must have some sort of celebrity convention that happens in Hollywood where they come together
with all
to
the
say,
names.
right, what are the weirdest combinations of like a planet and a rock?
Actually, wait, hold on. It's actually not that strange because the name Atlas is from Greek mythology. Atlas is the guy who held the globe on his back. And
but how many people do we know called that?
Well, that's what makes Shay's new baby girl's name very unique.
Interesting.
You need to go to that convention then, bring us a report.
Okay.
I can see the shade in your eyes.
I mean, I've got lots to give, but I won't get into it right now. Well, that's a look of your entertainment news. Let us know what's caught your attention while you're busy going through the internet. Any celebrity stories that are exciting for us to share. Connect with us on social media, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. And of course, any interesting celebrity child names, maybe drop them. Let us take some notes from this convention of Hollywood stars.
Cut to those guys.
Feeling the feels this morning, and we're going to raise the level even more. It's a Friday, so you know what that means. It's time to pick a box. What time is it? It's a thing, I promise. So courtesy, of course, of Dion Wired, we have the best in tech to give you. And we have two remaining boxes. We have the super stylish Smeg toaster and kettle combo, really cool in one of these boxes. And then the Epson printer and Samsung tablet bundle in the other box, which we just don't know. And of course, we've got one awesome, very lucky winner on the line right now who's got to pick a box and claim one of those prizes all for her very self, or maybe she wants to be kind and give it away. Dawn Dawson, a very good morning. Dawn, are you there?
Yes, hello. Good morning, Graham.
Oh, good morning. I love the fact that just now she was like, Graham, is that you? Is that you? Because she's excited to see me or to meet me.
Gee whiz.
Gee whiz. You see, I think in Dawn I found someone who is as excitable as I am. So, Dawn, first of all, congratulations. We already know you're a winner. Now it's about finding out which prize you are going to win. So you've got a very important decision to make right now. You've got to choose between box 1 in front of me and box 2 in front of Jamie Lee. Which choice would you like to make?
I'd like to make box 2, please.
Box 2, Dawn, is all yours, my beautiful assistant.
Are you ready,
now
Dawn?
Opening the box. Let's have a look.
It is. Can we get a drum roll? Dawn Dawson, you have won the toaster and the kettle. Amazing.
Dawn, they are gorgeous, valued at 5,600 Rand. This beautiful Smeg combo of a gorgeous toaster, beautiful kettle. It looks beautiful. It's got a retro styling. It's gorgeous. And at 5,600 Rand, it is incredibly valuable. So congratulations, Dawn. Are you going to keep the prize for yourself? Or are you going to give it away?
That's for myself, thank you.
Unashamedly so, because you've earned it, Dawn. Congratulations. Thank you so much for taking part. And of course, you can enter again, so keep entering, Dawn. We absolutely love you. What are you getting up to this weekend?
We're going to be watching a lot of sport.
I'm loving you even more, Dawn. I think you and I are two peas in a pod. Dawn Dawson, the latest winner, courtesy of Dion Wired. Let's give her one last big round of applause. Dawn, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend. And please send us a picture of you sipping out of your coffee that you've made with your beautiful
invite us
for tea or coffee. We'd absolutely love that. But Dawn, congratulations. Dawn Dawson, the latest winner, courtesy of Dion Wired. Officially, only one box left now. So you got to SMS the keyword Dion Wired, your name and your email address to 33728. And remember, when you SMS in, you're also entered into that grand prize draw to win a 30-second tech dash in a Dion Wired worth 100,000 Rand. That's a lot of tech. And that SMS is going to cost you R1.50. No free SMSs apply, but all the terms and conditions, as always, can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Stream Fireplace.
Dion Wired, where humans go for technology.
All right, we're going to take your Friday to another level when we come back. MV Funk is in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. He's brought all the toys, all the gadgets, ready to do his thing. Good to see you, fam. Are you good? Loving the style, always funky like that. But listen, the conversation we're having on social media right now, we're talking about Gatsby's, right? And we're talking about what makes a Gatsby for you. What is your special ingredient? Jamie Lee said that she puts avo in it. To which somebody on Twitter was like, eh?
That's actually a dope idea. And garlic and mayo.
Garlic and mayo on that Gatsby. For me, you gotta have good chips, man. Listen, let us know what is on your favorite kind of Gatsby recipe, but of course, also make sure that a little bit later on, when this man is out doing his thing on the decks, on the drums, you turn up the volume, man. Just give me a little bit of a something here and there.
You do the real take.
Okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Oh, what an ad break. Those past 30 seconds were so intense. We are his eggs and he is frying us. NV Funk doing all the things, man. I was telling you earlier on, I've never seen you play before. So I'm actually very excited for what you're about to drop today. For those that don't know you, just bring us into your story. Where did the love for the music come from and where did all of this originate from?
So basically, I grew up in a musical family with my parents being musicians, and just got, genetics. And then went to go study at Soul Candy to do the whole deal. Because I was a kid in high school playing at everyone's parties. So I was like, I'm actually going to do it.
He's got the collection of all the albums and he knows how to mix them quite nicely.
Basically went to study at Soul Candy and then had a lecture one day, Crazy White Boy, and they basically told us that we need to use our talents to our advantage. And with me being the drummer, so I was like, I love black motion, but I've never seen someone do it like one-man band.
Yeah,
and that's basically where the inspiration came from.
Yeah. Was the hair there at the time as well?
This is all me.
When did that come about?
Yeah, when I finished high school, I was like, nah, now I have an opportunity to actually grow my hair.
Yeah, I got to break out of the shell, man. And you've been doing super well. Your latest EP, Rise of the King.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that, who you worked with and what makes it so exciting. Your evolution in the sense of your music journey.
So basically, that's one part that I've been sleeping on, which was my music.
Yeah.
So Rise of the King EP was basically my introduction for me releasing music again now. I have no features, all me on the EP. And yeah, man, just crazy inspiration, some mad church chords, you know.
Ooh,
so yeah,
okay.
That's where I found my
Touching
inspiration.
people on a spiritual level there.
If I can get you there, why not?
During the summertime, man. What are you going to be getting up to during the summer season?
So I have a lot of shows nationally and internationally.
Yeah.
I'm also doing my tour for my EP coming this summer. So, and just onwards and upwards.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Excited to see you. Excited to have you here and for you to turn up our Friday to a crazy good level as we lead up to a very exciting weekend as well. So make sure that you don't miss out on NV Funk's performance right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much, Kat. It's time for us to take a look at those news headlines. The High Court in Pretoria yesterday postponed the hearing of an application to get the police and the city of Tshwane to deal with the hundreds of foreign nationals camping outside the United Nations building in Pretoria to next Wednesday. 9 people, including a 3-year-old child, were injured in a building collapse in the Durban CBD yesterday. In international headlines, there have been more than 7 million cases of malaria and nearly 2,700 deaths from the disease in Burundi since the beginning of the year. During the past 2 months alone, 1.5 million new cases have been recorded. Tens of thousands of Lufthansa passengers faced disruptions yesterday as a cabin crew in Germany kicked off a massive 48-hour walkout in the biggest escalation yet of a bitter row over pay and conditions. Some 1,300 flights have been affected. And finally, the Springbok Rugby World Cup winners kicked off their 5-day trophy parade yesterday morning outside the Union Buildings in Pretoria. Huge numbers of enthusiastic cheering supporters decked in green and gold gathered from early to send them off on their Webb Ellis Trophy tour, which will be crisscrossing the country. While President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed the world champions, showering them with praise, he jokingly said that he was very pleased that the country was not about to hold an election, because without a doubt, the entire Springbok rugby team would be elected to Parliament. Siya Kolisi would have been the president and Rassie Erasmus the Minister of Finance, he said. On that sporty note, let's leave it for now. Here's Graham with a look at your sports.
Let's continue with the aftershock of the Rugby World Cup. Springbok fly half Andre Pollard and Lachlan Diaka are both being treated for injuries sustained in that Rugby World Cup final against England in Yokohama last weekend. And back into the pool, South Africa's Chad Leclos yesterday won gold at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Doha, posting an impressive time of 51.7 seconds to win top honours in his favoured 100-metre butterfly event. And in motorsport, it's a massive weekend locally. The FIA World Rallycross Championship finale will go down to the wire this weekend here in Cape Town, when the top 2 contenders, Andreas Bakarut and Timmy Hansen, who of course we had in studio yesterday, duke it out for the 2019 crown at the Killarney International Raceway. We'll continue to track those headlines as we progress.
Thank you so much, D-Man, for that update. Now let's take a look at what's happening on the roads in KwaZulu-Natal. Pinetown, there's been an accident in the N3 eastbound before the Cliffdale interchange. The right lane is blocked and causing delays. Please keep a lookout for this. In Gauteng, Pretoria, on the N1 southbound, there's a stationary vehicle off the Linwood Road obstructing the right lane. Please approach with caution. And on the Metro Rail Central line, the Laverstown train service is suspended for the duration of planned weekend works effective from today till Sunday. The T9002 train will be the last train today to operate from Bellville to Cape Town, after which the service will be suspended. Now let's have a look at your weather with Kuthle.
Thank you so much, Jamie, for that traffic update. Now it's time to have a look at your weather. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Father Khan sent us his sunrise from Richards Bay, where mainly cloudy conditions can be expected with rain and drizzle in the afternoon, as well as temperatures that are not as warm, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Ralph Nisi sent us this incredible sunrise from Buckridge in Mpumalanga, where times of sun and clouds can be expected with a couple of showers in the evening, and cooler but pleasant temperatures reaching a maximum of 25 degrees. Now let's see at the weather for the rest of South Africa. In Polokwane, it's a rather partly cloudy day with a low of 15 degrees and a maximum of 31 degrees. Heavy rainfall can be expected for Bombela with a minimum of 14 degrees, peaking at 25. In Pretoria, expect a low of 16 degrees degrees and a maximum of 34 degrees. It's a rather warm day in Pretoria today. And in Johannesburg, a low of 19 degrees with a maximum of 31 degrees. The highest temperature in the country can be expected in Mahikeng with a low of 19 and a high of 36. So be prepared for that hot day. And in Klerksdorp, a low of 17 degrees with a maximum of 34. In Kimberley is also a partly cloudy day with a low of 14 degrees and a maximum of 31 degrees. Bloemfontein can expect a low of 12 degrees rather, with a high of 30 degrees. Heavy rainfall for Richards Bay can be expected today with a low of 17 degrees and a high of 22 degrees. Make sure to have those rain jackets ready. A couple of showers for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 13 and a maximum of 18 degrees. Light drizzle for Durban can be expected with a low of 18 and a high of 22 degrees. An occasional rain for Mthatha with a low of 11 and a high of 24. Light showers for East London can be expected with a low of 14 and a maximum of 22 degrees, and Kredok with a low of 8 degrees and a high of 25. A couple of showers for the friendly city, Port Elizabeth, with a low of 14 degrees and a maximum of 21, and occasional rain for George with a minimum of 13 degrees, peaking at 19. A rather cool day in George today. The lowest temperature in the country, Sutherland, with a low of 7 degrees, peaking at 23, and a partly cloudy day for Cape Town with a low of 16 and a maximum of 22. Southwesterly wind of 18 kilometers an hour in Worcester with a low of 12 degrees with a high of 27 degrees, and Springbok a minimum of 12 with a maximum of 31 degrees. And in Uppington, a low of 17 degrees can be expected with a high of 34. That's your 7 o'clock weather roundup. Whether rain or sunshine, have yourselves an amazing weekend.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hey! Feel it, feel it. It could be your birthday. I hope it is your birthday, and I hope you're feeling celebratory. And I really hope that someone loves you enough to send through a special birthday dedication, because that's what we're going to get through now. And we have got tons to get through this morning, so let's leap right on it.
Oh,
what
what
have
a
you got?
special day, celebrating your birthday on a Friday. Marco, it's your 36th birthday today. Happy birthday. It says here, hope you enjoy your day. This is from your wife and your boys. They say, we love you. Happy 36th, Marco. Look at that. Look at the swag. And then we've got a 4th birthday today as well. Happy 4th birthday to Moses Anati Jeffries.
Oh, look at that
what
happy
a
face.
cute day. May God bless you more. This is from Corbin, Ma, Pa, and Janine. Happy birthday, Moses.
Then sending warm birthday wishes to my special nephew, Gabriel. Happy 8th birthday to you. Enjoy your day. That's love from your auntie Pauline and Natalie. Then a happy 53rd birthday to my mum, Lizzie. May God spare you for many, many more years. Have an awesome day. And that's coming from your son, Wendell, who says he loves you. Lizzie, you are loved.
Special dedications flowing all the way. Diego, it's also your birthday today. It says here, a birthday shout out to my son, Diego Jordan Pillay. Look at him.
Hello, boy.
He is turning all of 4 years old today. Happy birthday, my boy. Always remember that mommy and daddy love you. This is from Brandon Hambley and Nikita Pillay. They're sending you all the love on your birthday. And then we've got a first birthday. How cute, a first birthday.
Hello, girl.
Ferone Ava, happy first birthday, beautiful angel. May God guide your path with his footsteps, and may he always keep you in his arms. We love you. This is from Mummy, Daddy, and your sister Zoe. Happy birthday.
Oh, then another first birthday to celebrate. Happy first birthday to our little sunshine, Demisha. May your day be as bright as your smile. Look at it. You truly are a blessing in our lives. Nana loves you very much. That's from the Prince and Phyllis families all together. Your loved little one. Then, this is a milestone birthday. Happy 18th birthday to Tato. May the good Lord bless you with many more years to come. Gole. I love you. Ohole. What does it mean?
May you grow and grow, continue to grow.
Grow and grow. Ohole, Tato. I'm echoing that as well. I love you so much, and that's from your friend Makana.
It's also Tyrese's birthday today. Tyrese Munsami. It's your birthday. It says we wish our son Tyrese Munsami, who turns 13 today, a very happy birthday. May God bless you and shine His grace upon you always. Have an awesome day. Lots of love. This is from Auntie Tasha, Dad, Amandus, Tashan, and Tashmika, sending you the love on your birthday. And then it's also Gianna Govinda's birthday. We're wishing our daughter Gianna a happy 9th birthday. This is from Daddy and Mummy. Happy birthday, Gianna.
Have an awesome day, girl. And then let's get on to our last two. I want to wish my nephew Ronaldo a happy 13th birthday. That's quite a big one as well. May you be blessed on this day. May your tears of sorrow be turned into tears of joy. Thank you for always making us so proud. We love you, and that's coming from your auntie Ronisha and the whole family. Happy birthday, Ronaldo. And then finally, may God spare you with many more years and bless you with good health and riches. Elizabeth, Africa. Stay that warm, loving, kind, funny, and awesome grandma that you are. Happy birthday, Omar. We love you lots, like Jelly Tots, and that's coming to you from all of the Africa grandchildren. They love you, Omar.
I love it.
And we love you, so happy birthday to everyone.
Absolutely. If you are celebrating your birthday, or if you have a loved ones whose birthday is coming up soon, well, send us a video. Why don't you WhatsApp us a video? We're always on standby for those videos. Send them to 071-6406-551. We'll be here singing for you, wishing you well on your birthday.
Please
But of
send
course,
us a video, man.
Send us a video.
Singing. We want to see you singing and dancing and living the life, man. So we're going to see you on the other side of a very quick break. Then we're going to get into some of the most impressive tech you have probably ever seen in your life. It is here. We'll see you now.
Okay, sweetie, time to blow out your candles.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharma Dynamics.
Every day, brave young kids around our country fight their own private battle against cancer. To show them that other kids and families have got their back, a portion of the proceeds from every NutriKids product sold will go to secure the next Clover NutriKids Choc Home in Port Elizabeth. A support base where children undergoing treatment and their families are accommodated, supported, and given a fighting chance against cancer.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show. It's a Friday morning and we're live, large and in charge. So good to be in your company. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, there's a reason why Samsung is the country's favorite brand. Their Power of 10 campaign kicked off in a big way and showed us what it means to be excited about tech again. To top it all off, they've recently launched their Casper on Your Vest Galaxy A30's special edition, and their brand new Galaxy Fold also has already sold out in all pre-orders, which is absolutely amazing. Now, as part of the celebration this morning, you at home, yes, you, stand a chance of winning one of 10 Samsung Galaxy A30s. And this is the special edition smartphone that we're talking about. So to win, reply to our competition post. We have one on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, as well as our Twitter page. And while you're there, tell us what your 2 favorite features of the Galaxy A30s are and why. And then also be sure to include the hashtag Galaxy A-Life in your answer. Now, you only have until 8:20 to do so to enter today. So that gives you about an hour and 6 minutes, literally to the minute. Get started right now. But first, please help me welcome Team Samsung and Mr. Sang Yoon, the President and CEO of Samsung Africa, Justin Hugh, Director of Integrated Mobility, and Cambridge Mokanyane, the Chief Marketing Officer and Product Expert. Bradley Young to the studio. It's a Samsung party, baby! Feel good! So good! Good to have you guys here.
Thank you.
How are you? How are things going at Team Samsung?
It's going great, especially when we launched Power of 10 campaign.
Yeah.
It is going very well.
Yeah.
As we said, the Power of 10 has 3 key elements. First is power of innovation. So Galaxy Note 10 has brought great new innovation into the South African consumers. As a result, guess what? The sales is almost doubled than the previous Note 10.
I mean, can we just...
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
And for our users, Galaxy S10, now they have the same powerful innovation through the recent software upgrade.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, and you know, Galaxy Fold, we launched it recently as one of the first global launch countries. So the feedback we received from the media is that Galaxy Fold is the most innovative product in smartphone industry for over past 10 years.
That is really, really exciting to get that kind of feedback.
Yeah, second part of Power of 10 is power of future. At Samsung, we are trying to deliver what young generation wants. So, for example, we invest in the young people. The Samsung Engineering Academy to create the future of South Africa. So, third part of the Power of 10 is Power of South Africa. So, for example, we are modifying our global marketing by listening to the people in South Africa to enhance...
Making South Africa a focal point of that.
Exactly. So, to make Samsung brand as a more powerful South African local brand.
That's incredible.
I think that's because of those our activities, efforts.
Yeah.
I believe Samsung is the most loved brand in South Africa for the past 5 years.
I mean, that goes to show if you are showing love for the people, they will show you love back. And you're getting it in heaps, Cambridge. Let's talk about more of the innovations and the kind of processes that you have put in place to ensure that Samsung remains such a loved brand in the country.
Yeah, Katleo, you know, at Samsung we take research very seriously and we spend a lot of time researching what our local consumers need in terms of the product and solutions. And they've really rewarded us in a big way because they voted Samsung as the most loved brand in the Sunday Times and the coolest brand in the Gen Z award. But that's not all. We've really striven to deliver against our flagship innovations. And one of those flagship innovations that we're really excited about today is the Fold device.
That has been really, really big news. And I'm sure it excites not just all of us here, but of course, many, many across the spectrum, especially those that have the privilege of actually holding a Fold in their hands right now, Brad. But Justin, talk to me about that. Oh, there we go, of course, Mr. Yoon. Let's talk about the Fold and what makes it such an exciting and innovative product.
I mean, the Fold, we're pretty excited about this. It's, you know, as Sang was mentioning, it's the first sort of huge differentiator in the past 10 years to come out of the mobile category. So, yes, as the name implies, the screen folds, in that regard. But it doesn't stop there. And what I'm going to ask if Brad, he's got the device in hand here, and it's linked through to the TV at the back, just so we can get a sense of how it's playing out. So on the front screen, we're able to have a full functioning phone. So, Brad, I'm going to ask you to double tap that. We're going to go into the gallery. Now, I think it's prudent that, you know, this past weekend, celebrate the Springboks. The guys did a phenomenal
We're still
job.
celebrating them right
100%.
now.
And it's a great bunch there. So we had a little, you know, viewing party at our offices, and we took this video. But as you can see from the phone, we're playing the video on the front screen. Now, through a process called app continuity, the moment, yeah, that's sung. Okay.
Very invested in the game.
We're going there. And Brad, I'm going to ask you to open the phone. So here, immediately you can see what was on the front screen has come straight through to the main screen. Why don't you turn it on the side?
Provided we are screen mirroring at the moment, so
correct,
you can see the controls, and I've got full control of the TV.
But it's all playing out here.
It's all obviously playing there.
It's all connected.
So what will happen is whatever you're watching on the front screen would immediately play on the inside screen. You've suddenly gone from a phone to a tablet with no issue whatsoever. Now, if we think about that, we want to do some multitasking.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask Brad just to call up
out of the...
Okay. So cutting onto the phone there. Now we're watching the video. We want to go into Brad's Facebook page. Let's just check that he's posting nice stuff about us, as well as Gmail account. So immediately on the screen, we've got the main video page, we've got the Gmail, and we've got Facebook. So Brad, why don't we bring over the Gmail account into the main part of the screen. So he's just going to literally tap on that and drag it across. Now Gmail's popped up there, and let's go write something about the Springboks in that regard. So as he goes there, you can see a full-size keyboard is popping up. So, I mean, multitasking is taken to the next level here, effectively. But, you know, what else we've got on board there is that there's a camera on every interface on the Galaxy Fold. So there's 6 cameras in total. We've got on the front display. Inside we've got cameras, and on the rear we've got the cameras.
Back there.
Now, I mean,
Can you believe we have a 6th camera?
That's incredible.
Yeah. Now, most people are going to say on the next comment, like, I'm not one of these guys, but our research shows that nearly 50% of Fold users are gamers, mobile gamers, right?
Okay.
I mean, can you imagine now taking mobile gaming to that next level on that type of device?
I think, in fact, even those that weren't gamers before are becoming gamers. 100%. We're all finding a way of making our devices our entertainment hubs as well, in all kinds of ways, and gaming is one of them.
You've got a tab effectively in your hands in that. So that's the power of Fold. So it's breakthrough innovation. I think the last thing, you know, we all kind of like that social kudos, you know, the status and whatever. This is that product that when you put it on the table, somebody's going to ask your friends or family, you're going to go, hey, what's that?
What is that?
What is that? And it's distinctive. It's the first compelling and distinctive product innovation in some time there. So we're pretty chuffed with where it is.
And I'm sure that there's so much more that you can't fit into this very short conversation that we have, that you can actually demonstrate and show us. And I guess it goes to show why so many people are abuzz and talking about it. And indeed, the Samsung Fold has now found its way into the hands of some very influential people out there. Cambridge?
Yeah, Katla, I mean, my favorite moment is when we went to the launch of a Power of 10 event, and I think you guys from Expresso were there. It was an amazing experience, because what happened is Somizi came in and he looked at it and he opened it and he touched it. He really fell in love with it and actually bought it immediately.
Wow.
So Somizi was the first South African to own it, but he's more excited about the fact that love at first sight, that's what he's talking about. It was an amazing experience for us.
Can we see this very quickly?
Yeah,
let's take a look, guys.
Revolutionary Samsung Galaxy Fold.
Come some sound before,
Please give me the good news.
Yes, you brought your phone, finally.
Thank you
Thank you so much for being the first Galaxy Fold owner in South Africa.
Okay. Let's go. No, I couldn't wait.
You know, some gug has given it the stamp of approval, and you can clearly see why it is so exciting. Thanks, guys, for bringing the news to us and always keeping us abreast of what is going on at Team Samsung. It's very clear why South Africa is equally so excited. And, of course, you at home, don't go anywhere, because we continue the conversation with Team Samsung just after the break. And, of course, don't forget to enter to stand a chance of winning 1 of 10 special edition Samsung Galaxy A30 smartphones. And to enter, all you got to do is visit our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page or our Twitter page and tell us what your 2 favorite features of the Galaxy A30s are and why. And of course, be sure to include that hashtag Galaxy A Life in your answer and get in those answers before 8:20 this morning, and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Looking at the time right now, you literally have just under an hour, 57 minutes to go. Enter one of these 10 special edition Galaxy A10s could be yours. We'll see you on the other side of a short break.
Guess what? Courtesy of Dion Wired, we have new prizes for you. Up for grabs is an Epson printer and Samsung tablet bundle, a Nintendo Switch Lite, and a super stylish Smeg toaster and kettle combo. Simply SMS the keyword Dion Wired, your name and email address to 33728 to win. Plus, when you SMS in, you are entered into the grand prize draw to win a Tech Dash in a Dion Wired worth 100,000 Rand. Winning has never been so easy.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's a Friday morning and so good to be in your company. And of course, we're always in good spirits when we have Team Samsung in the studio because we know that we're getting first-hand look at the very best in tech. And this morning, we're taking a closer look at their latest offerings, which include the Casper Novet Special Edition Galaxy A30, the Galaxy Fold, which we talked about a bit earlier on, and the Samsung 8K QLED TV. Very, very exciting news coming from Team Samsung. It must be keeping you guys very, very busy and on your toes. And of course, an expectant South African consumer market that is always looking forward as to what is happening, what's going to be happening. Mr. Hugh, let's talk about the fact that, so when you launched the Galaxy S10, I saw you doing the Vosho the first time on the stage with Casper Novet and all the kinds of dances that he's been teaching you. And I'm sure he's been giving you some of the lingua franca, because now we're talking about telling people not to live life just nje. Talk to me about that motto of don't live life nje and the Galaxy A Life that goes along with that.
Yeah, early this year we launched the Galaxy A series, and that has been well received in South African market.
Yeah.
And recently we updated this with new Galaxy A30s, or we call it the Casper Special Edition. It has almost all of the flagship key features and innovative technologies.
Yeah.
The best of all is actually, it's really affordable. So it lives true to our motto of don't live life nje, live a Galaxy A life. Those viewers who don't know what's the meaning of nje, you shouldn't live ordinary life with just ordinary phones. Live a great life with the best Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's the motto of Galaxy A series.
And I think it's really reflective of course, putting that South African touch to it. Tell me about that.
Absolutely, Ketlo, because unlike other competitors, we really take our mixes globally and make them local and to resonate to the local market. For example, that's why we call the A30S the Casper edition, Casper Universe Special Edition.
Yeah.
But we've actually taken it further. Right here tonight, this morning, we're going to actually announce the fact that we, as Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy A30S, will be the headline sponsor of Casper Universe's fill-up concert in Rustenburg in December.
Oh, yeah! Fill-up is happening again, courtesy of Galaxy A11. That's amazing.
So you hear it for the first time right here, the fact that Galaxy A30 will be the fill-up headline sponsor in December.
That's incredible. I mean, he must be very excited about that. How excited was he when you talked to him about that?
Yeah, very excited. And he and I will be his back dancer.
I would pay a lot of money to see that happen also. But Justin, let's talk about the Galaxy A30s and this Casper edition, special edition. What people can expect from it?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the product, and you know, from somebody who plays with a lot of phones and that kind of thing. So, you know, as Sung mentioned, I mean, this is flagship technology that we brought into a really affordable device. So you've got a triple camera on board, 128 gigs of memory on the device, and like so many more different features that we've got there. But clearly it was the partnership with Casper that has really created the differentiation. So apart from simply like the wallpapers and those type of things, the themes, we've worked with Casper in quite a nice little area. We've got a celebrity alarm, we're going to call it the Casper alarm. So in the morning you can have Casper, you know, kind of wake you up with, hey, get out of bed, go live in jail, don't live in a jail life or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's hundreds of different ways that he can wake you up. He can tell you what the weather is. It's a beautiful day outside. Get out. Let's go.
Should we?
So
What? Give them a tip.
let's have a little look at that. Yeah.
Yo, today is a great day. Hope you have a smooth day. Good luck. Peace.
That's very cool. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. That's very cool.
You know, he was great, and he really, I mean, he's laid down hundreds of these tracks in that there. But
wow.
So it's really worked out well. And then one of the biggest things that we've done is brought Samsung Pay, and I know we spoke about that a couple of months ago.
Of course.
But we've brought it out of from purely our S series into the A30s effectively, and I mean this is massive. We now work Samsung Pay with virtually every bank in South Africa, and let's assume Brad here is buying a coffee at the Mac Cafe over there.
Yes. Yeah,
he's got to go pay. They make you
Sorry,
pay.
you're the only one.
But I mean, it's as simple as he's on the home screen. He swipes up from there, authenticates with his fingerprint.
Yeah.
Okay, and taps on the POS machine, the payment POS, and job done. As simple as that there. So no need to carry around your wallet, no need to carry around credit cards, the risk of getting stolen.
Yeah.
And the great thing about this is because it's authenticated with your fingerprint, nobody else can utilize that phone for payment. So this is world class. So that's the innovation that we're bringing to the A30s.
And it simply is one of the most innovative ways to go around your daily life. And you talk about not just carrying your wallet with you, but for me, for instance, not even carrying or having to worry about my phone because I've got it on my watch. So I literally long key press there and boom, I'm done. It's as simple and easy as that. It makes life. You live on a whole different level, and you're not just living life in jail. And then let's talk about experiencing life in a Samsung kind of way, because you have some of the latest technology, some of the most brilliant technology in television sets, and we've got the 8K QLED TV right here. Tell me a bit more about what's going on here, Mr. Hugh.
So 8K TV, as you can see, it has much better understanding than our bare eyes. So the future technology, I think, is mainly three key things. One is IoT, Internet of Things, and second one is AI, which is artificial intelligence, and the third one is 5G. So first, when we talk about IoT, Internet of Things, which means all devices being connected and communicating together.
Yeah.
So Samsung, we are in a very good position to implement this IoT because we have world-leading TVs for last 13 years.
Yeah.
And recently we launched the first 8K TVs, 8K resolution TVs.
Yeah.
and the world best fridges and appliances, and the world best mobile phones. So none of our other competitors or brand have these three different product categories. So that's why IoT
in the world,
is one of the mega trend in the future. And the second one is AI, artificial intelligence. Samsung, we are adopting the Bixby as our platform. Together with we have always open platform.
Yes.
So many other partners are joining the Bixby. So through the Bixby and the AI, phones, TVs, and the fridges will recognize us. So when you talk, they will try to recognize our patterns and the lifestyle. So be careful, Catleo. When you're talking to the devices. That is coming. And the third part is 5G.
Okay.
So those new technologies, like 5G, is much sooner coming than you thought. So the 2020 upcoming, it's around the corner. Is going to be a very interesting year with a very innovative product.
Maybe you can give us, how much can you give us in terms of a little tidbit of what we can expect from Team Samsung in 2020?
2020, again, we normally bring most of the key technologies in early, like around the March time frame. And you will see lots of more new step-upgraded technologies. We thought when we launched the Galaxy S10, wow, that must be the end of the innovation. But we had Note 10, then you thought, wow, how you can have those new technologies? So we are already ready to launch next year.
That is
and as
exciting.
I told you, IoT and the artificial intelligence and the 5Gs are coming into South African market.
That's incredible. And you know, with 5G being around, how quickly those videos of you and Cambridge dancing behind Casper are going to spread. It's going to be amazing. Gentlemen,
8K resolution. Hey,
8K resolution as well. Thanks very much. We really always appreciate having you here, taking the time and making the trip down here as well. Brad, thank you very much to you as well. Of course, our thanks to the entire Samsung family for always including us and keeping us in the mix of what's happening. And of course, you have a chance of winning, there they are, right in front of me, one of these 10 Samsung Galaxy A30s, the special edition device, the Casper in your vest device. All you have to do is reply to our competition post, and you can find it on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page or on our Twitter page. And when you're there, tell us what your 2 favorite features of the Galaxy A30s is and why, and then of course include that hashtag Galaxy A-Life in your answer as well. Terms and conditions can be found on our website expressoshow.com, and the competition closes at 8:20, which officially is within, we're talking 40 minutes from now. So get those answers in, and good luck to you. Thank you very much. Team Samsung, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you better get entering, Expresso family. What a feel-good morning we've had so far. We are now cruising at an altitude of so good. But of course, we're not going to just step into the weekend, Jay. We're stepping into it on a high note. Here's NV Funk. He is the best of the best, a crowd pleaser, a dance floor filler. Don't say I didn't warn you. Take it away, NV. Envy Funk Hill, your feel-good breakfast show. Yo, Envy gets Let us know what you think of it on Expresso Morning Show SABC3. That's on Facebook. Hashtag Expresso Show. It's a Friday.
Listen, man, what a way to start the weekend. Other than Envy Funk. As you can see, we are turning up with Mr. Hugh.
Mr. Hugh,
Hey.
living your best life. Setting the Friday tone. Listen, do you know what a Gatsby is? A Gatsby. Do you know what a Gatsby?
Yes. Yeah.
You've had one?
Gatsby,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is your best ingredient on the Gatsby?
In ingredient of Gatsby, I'm sorry, I don't follow what you're saying.
So a Gatsby is like a big... Is it a bunny chow chow?
It's like a roll thing with like
a lot of ingredients in it.
It's a Cape Town thing. We're going to take you for a Gatsby later.
Yes,
okay?
please, let me introduce. The
Okay,
Gatsby.
I'm going to take you. Now, do you want some coffee?
Yes, please,
Yes,
Americano, if you have a please.
An Americano.
Yes.
Okay, are you paying for this?
Yes, with a
Can we
Samsung
also
Pay.
have an Americano?
Yeah, Americano, okay? Tap and go.
And go. Tap and go. Yeah, just like that.
And when I says princess, do you eat a Gatsby?
Yes, Mom.
What's your favorite ingredient?
The one with the cheese, chips.
I see.
Yes. Sub chips, exactly. Not these evil things, these bougie taste buds from Jamie. Listen, man, you can win yourselves a Samsung phone. If you enter, make sure to check out the Expresso Show Instagram, Facebook page, Twitter, and Ooh, Mr. Hugh.
Oh, that's Gatsby.
Yeah, this is a Gatsby. Well, we enjoy the Gatsby.
This is entire meal for today for me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, we enjoy the Gatsby with Mr. Hugh and Graham and Jamie. Make sure
you for having
stick
me,
around because
okay?
after the break, we're coming back.
Look at that.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break. Bring home more than just memories of Mauritius with Club Med's all-inclusive holiday packages for families, friends and active couples. Choose from 3 Club Med Mauritius resorts and save up to 15% on your December 2019 booking with their early booking bonus. Extra bonus, kids under 12 stay free in Mauritius and fly free on Air Mauritius. Contact the agency by Club Med to book and visit clubmed.co.za for details.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with the Expresso on a beautiful Friday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, the legend and iconic jazz maestro Hugh Masekela would have turned 80 this year. And to celebrate his life as well as maintain his legacy of making sure that the arts and culture industry never dies, something that he felt so strongly about, the Soweto Theatre will be hosting the Hugh Masekela Heritage Festival 80th birthday edition this coming Saturday. That's tomorrow.
Yes, a day guaranteed to be filled with lots of music and while upholding Hugh's electric and broad vision of South Africa culture alive.
Started with the aim of preserving arts and culture within communities, the Hugh Masekela Heritage Festival 80th birthday edition will make the Soweto Theatre come alive this weekend with performances by our country's top talent, including Sipho Hot Sticks Mabuse, Thandiswa Mazwai, Bomb Shelter Beast, and many more as we get ready to celebrate one of the most iconic trumpeters, musicians to ever come out of Mzansi.
So Hugh had this idea that people who live in Soweto and really people who live in all the townships, that there's so much travel that has to do with going to find culture or find entertainment. So the idea was to have the festival in Soweto, where people have easy access to it. And the second reason was to present South African people with the diversity of the musics that they make, and that it's not about presenting one genre or one type of South African music, but that as much South African diversity as possible can be represented.
Why would you say the 80th birthday edition of this festival is so special and important?
You know, this would have been his 80th birthday. Part of the festival is called the Heritage Festival because in his passing, in his latter days, one of his burning passions was the transmission of culture and the transmission of heritage and the keeping of heritage.
What can people expect to experience come Saturday?
Music, great music, you know. Sjava, Thandiswa and the Hugh Masekela Band, Sipho Hot Sticks Mabuse, Bomb Shelter Beast, various flavors that South Africa has to offer.
Marcus, as a trumpeter, as a musician yourself, how would you say that Hugh Masekela has influenced your musical journey?
So it goes without saying that, you know, being a trumpet player growing up in South Africa, we didn't have too many trumpet playing icons to look up to. And of course, Hugh being one of the biggest in the world, I think has influenced a lot of musicians in South Africa, both trumpet players and, you know, other instrumentalists, vocalists. But I personally think that the most instantly recognizable sound of a trumpet is Hugh Masekela.
You are part of a very dynamic band called Bomb Shelter Beast. What can fans expect from you on Saturday?
I will be here in my onesie. With the Beasts, the Bomb Shelter Beast. We're a 12-piece, we call it Afro-Balkan Kwaito Skadabor music. Yeah, we're going to be here in bright colors with bright music, and we're going to get the party started.
This year's edition of the festival is much more than just a musical extravaganza. A huge attraction has to be this installation around the Soweto Theatre, documenting the life of Hugh.
Joy of Jazz in 2018 approached us to put together some sort of a remembrance of Hugh. So a lot of the pieces were put together by also Moratiwa Molema, Botswana artist. There's an interactive kind of booth where you can hear and see Hugh. We've got his horns, some of his horns, as well as the Louis Armstrong horn. A wall of photographs of various albums of his, and a map of his travels around the world, just to get an idea of what a globetrotter he really was.
In my experience, in a lot of the times that I've been to this festival, it hasn't always been necessarily embraced by the whole of Soweto, you know. And I hope that this weekend is different in that respect, because, you know, everyone knows Hugh, everyone knows his music, and yeah, it's important that, like I said earlier, that legacy is continued.
Everybody should come out, you know, bring Opa, bring Gogo, bring the kids, and come listen to some music and come have some fun and come meet some friends and, yeah, dance and remember Hugh.
One of the greatest unifiers has to be arts and culture, and of course music. If you are in Johannesburg, do make a turn at the Soweto Theatre this Saturday as we celebrate a legend that's gone but definitely not forgotten.
All right, so we're in the kitchen and we're all about the Gatsbys this Friday morning as we lead up into the weekend. Hopefully something that you might want to try out preparing for your friends and your family. And on social media, we asked you to share with us what is your favorite kind of way of putting together a Gatsby. Let's take a look at this. Michelle van Kervel says, good morning, family. A nice spicy seafood Gatsby with calamari steak strips and mussels would be delish. What? I've never in my life heard of that before, but I'll take that suggestion, Michelle. Thank you. Shibi Makwela says, these two ladies are hot. Yeah. Almost said, we're talking about Gatsby's, guys. Almost said jalapenos and hot mustard. Oh, I see the green and the yellow. I see where you're going with that. Coerced by their dresses. Laughing faces there. Another comment that we got from Carl Smith. To think, did you ever see a burger Gatsby? Did you ever see a burger Gatsby? That's what it's simple. Did you ever see a burger Gatsby? If you say yes, dan liegt jy. Then name the place. As I know of a roti Gatsby, but sweet and nice in Retreat, 11th Avenue sells it. Okay, Carl is out here putting people on the map quite literally. But if you're looking to please a crowd, then we've got some great ideas for you. We've got Mike and Mo from Steely's Fast Foods here with us, and they're going to tell us about the secrets of putting together a great good Gatsby. Great Gatsby. Firstly, in the masala mixture that you've got over there, Mike, you tell me that is part of the secret to the ingredients.
That's definitely one of the secrets. Yeah. You know, the start to a great Gatsby, we think the best Gatsby that you can get is masala steak. That's like the top of the line Gatsby. Yeah. So we're going to make you today a masala steak Gatsby, and I hear you only had one Gatsby so far in your life. I've only tried one recently. So,
like, on the show, yes. Outside of the show, I've had, like, the basic, it was a polony-filled chip Gatsby. Nothing too hectic. I don't know. Is there a specific name for that?
So that will be like the intro to Gatsby.
The intro to Gatsby. So you're about to take me to the next level.
I'm taking you to the next level now, yeah.
Without giving away too many family secrets or trade secrets, what is in your steak masala
in the steak, we normally cook it first. We put our garam masala, chili powder, garlic, and all the usual spices. Yeah. Then for every order, we put it back on the grill, and we add some more spices. We put some cheese, clover cheese in there as well. Peppers and onions, and then we mix it all up for a nice cheesy masala steak.
Oh, lovely stuff. And of course, with the cheesy variant flavors that you get in our clover cheese, you can decide on the kind of strength that you want if you're making it at home. Gouda, cheddar, there's a strength indicator there to give you a flavor profile. So Mike is on hand to assist. Mike is a very quiet man. We've given him a mic and we said, Mike, whenever you want, you can just say anything.
So we're going to start off first. We start with the perinese sauce because that's the perfect sauce to complement the Gatsby. And then we put on all of the steak.
Okay, nice and juicy and tender.
I doubt Mike's going to tell you anything about the steak, so we'll just watch him put it on for now.
Mike, do you enjoy making Gatsbys?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Mike is a man of very few. He's a man of action. There we go. How many of these do you make a day, by the way, Mo?
We push out about 30 to 40 of these a day.
Wow.
We're currently only open till 4 p.m.
Oh, wow.
We'll still extend our trading hours now due to the festive season.
Then by that time, all product is done. So you've got the masala steak now.
Then we add a bit of Cape Town flavor. We put some polony as well. Okay. So you've only had the polony. Now you're going to have polony with the steak as well.
Have you fried the polony?
Fry it first, yeah. Everything. We deep fry the polony and the chips as well.
Deep fry it. Okay. Then you can
add some more cheese for that perfect cheesy flavor.
What flavor are you using there?
We use the cheddar cheese because it's got just the perfect amount of mildness.
Okay.
For Gatsby.
Good stuff. All right. Then
Mr. Mike here is going to add our chips, which we put peri powder, salt, and vinegar.
They've got peri powder, salt, and vinegar on them. Okay, so that's how you do it properly. So you get both hands involved, and then you make sure that they're compactly stacked. They'll fall into place.
We try to make it as neat as possible, but in the end, it's just one big messy affair.
It's a delicious, messy affair, man. So wait, where are you guys located? Where is Steely's Fast Food?
So we're located at the moment in Key 7, East Pier Road, Waterfront.
Okay, cool.
We trade there Monday to Saturday from 8 to 4. And now in the festive season, we'll be trading till later and weekends as well till about 9 p.m.
Catering to all those tourists who want to experience true Cape Town flavor. Okay. Wow. Mike wants every single chip on this Gatsby. He's not letting anything rest. We like, look at that. It's a construction. You've got to be patient when you're doing this as well.
And we don't try to rush him because then the words will start coming.
Mike, how are you doing there? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, and you?
Wonderful. And of course, as our third layer, or our fourth layer after the peri sauce and the masala steak and the polony, we had, of course, our clover cheese. And as I said earlier on, a range of flavors in a variety that they come in. You get cheddar, gouda, tussers, white cheddar, and feta as well. So you have your pick of the flavor profile that you'd like to have. And also a strength indicator there to show you just how pungent the cheesy flavor is. All right. Mike is spending a lot of time on the chips. Then
now we just add some more perinese sauce.
Wow!
And then for that extra bit of kick, we also add some chili sauce on top.
That is an extra bit of
kick, some chili sauce.
Some chili sauce, okay.
And then just to make it a little bit more healthy, we put some lettuce and tomato just to top it off.
What the hell? We add some.
I think we'll just give Mike another 10 minutes quickly.
Oh man! Do you enjoy working with Mo, Mike?
Yeah, very much.
What do you love about working with him?
Because he's like teaching me how to make these things, yeah.
Beautiful, man. Well done, well done. All right, so there we go. Wow. You are an artist, my man. Mike, you are an artist. Wow. Then we're gonna add the last touches, some tomato pieces. That is just incredible. My mouth is watering right now. I mean...
We just top it off with some seasoning on the tomato.
SMS the keyword clover, by the way, if you want to. Oh, my word, another layer.
The last bit of sauce.
Of the sauces.
Together.
Are you going to add the other sauce as well?
I don't think we're going to make it too spicy for you, because you're actually going to have a piece of this now. On air.
Oh, okay. So SMS the keyword clover to 33728. You guys want to spike the Gatsby to keep it together? Do you want to spike it?
You're going to eat it now. We're not trying to run away from that.
Let's quickly show you how we made ours while we try and cut this into manageable pieces, shall we? Okay.
So one of the rules
I'll hold it from this side, you hold it from that side, okay?
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover.
If you have a big appetite, then we have a big recipe just for you. Chase those hunger pangs away with this clover cheese masala steak Gatsby. We suggest you share it with your favorite friends. Add 1 chopped onion to a hot frying pan. Then add 2 tablespoons of roasted masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic, 2 teaspoons of chopped ginger, and 1 teaspoon of green chili, and saute for 3 to 4 minutes. Next, add 750 grams of beef steak strips, half a cup of barbecue sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and cook for a few minutes. Arrange a cup of shredded lettuce on a French loaf, followed by 1 thinly sliced tomato, 1 thinly sliced cucumber, the masala steak strips, 1 cup of grated clover cheddar cheese, and 3 cups of slop chips. Then drizzle over gravy and enjoy. Jam-packed with steak, cheese, and chips, this is not a meal for the faint of heart, but definitely something to make when the gang comes over.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, there you have it. SMS Clover to 33728. We are getting ready for the biggest Gatsby tasting, I think, on live television history, at least from a South African point of view. So I'm going to just get this piece over here. I'm going to ask Mr. Yun, President and CEO of Samsung Mobility, to come join me in the kitchen. Mr. Yun,
hey,
step into our kitchen.
This is the Gatsby.
This is the Gatsby. There's yours.
Okay.
Have you ever had one before?
No, this is first time.
This is the first time.
Every time.
Okay, so I don't know. What's the right way of eating it? Do you have to press it down?
Press it down, make sure nothing falls out, and just go for it.
So press it down, compact it. Make sure yours is compacted. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Give us a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
High five. That was great stuff. To your health.
The best Gatsby. Thank you.
Those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares. Clover, for the love of cheese.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If you listen very carefully, you can hear little angels going, ah. It's a Gatsby. This is the one Gatsby that didn't get taken down by Mr. Hugh and Kat. But it will get taken down. Trust me, this is going to last about 3 seconds. So it's been a day filled with sport, with Gatsby's, some amazing technology. It's been a lot of fun, and we've got just under an hour to savor, and I stress the word savor, with you this morning. Please keep posting those awesome pictures of your Gatsby inspiration. What ingredient do you have to have on a super Gatsby? I think the steak masala is a big win for me, but I want to put some eggs on there, man. Put some eggs on there, man. How happy are you about food right now? We do still have an official job to do. We're going to get into those news headlines again.
And more of those official duties. Let's take a final look at that at your news headlines. The High Court in Pretoria yesterday postponed the hearing of an application to get the police and the city of Tshwane to deal with the hundreds of foreign nationals camping outside the United Nations building in Pretoria to next Wednesday. 9 people, including a 3-year-old child, were injured in a building collapse in the Durban CBD yesterday. In international headlines, there have been more than 7 million cases of malaria and nearly 2,700 deaths from the disease in Burundi since the beginning of the year. During the past 2 months alone, 1.5 million new cases have been recorded. Tens of thousands of Lufthansa passengers faced disruptions yesterday as cabin crew in Germany kicked off a massive 48-hour walkout in the biggest escalation yet of a bitter row over pay and conditions. Some 1,300 flights have been affected. And finally, the Springbok Rugby World Cup winners kicked off their 5-day trophy parade yesterday morning outside the Union Buildings in Pretoria. Huge numbers of enthusiastic, cheering supporters decked in green and gold gathered from early to send them off to their Webb Ellis Trophy tour, which will be crisscrossing the country. While President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed the world champions, showering them with praise, he jokingly said that he was very pleased the country was not about to hold an election, because without a doubt, the entire Springbok rugby team would be elected to Parliament. Siya Kolisi would have been the president and Rassie Erasmus the Minister of Finance, he said. On that note, that's where we leave it for this morning. Here's Graham with a final look at your sports.
We're still dealing with the aftershock of that Rugby World Cup final. Springbok fly half Andre Pollard and Locke de Jager are both being treated with hospitalization for injuries sustained in the Rugby World Cup final against England, of course, in Yokohama last weekend. And back into the pool, South Africa's Chandler Clough yesterday won gold at the FINA Swimming World Cup in Doha, posting an impressive time of 51.7 seconds to win top honors in his favored 100-meter butterfly event. In motorsport, a massive weekend. locally, the FIA World Rallycross Championship finale will go down to the wire this weekend, with the top two contenders, Andreas Bakkerud and Timmy Hansen, fighting it out for the 2019 crown at the Killarney International Raceway. Go and check it out if you can, and that's a wrap of your sport for this Friday morning.
Thank you so much, Demon, for that sports update. Now let's take a look at what's happening on the roads. In Gauteng, Roy-Huiskraal, there's been an accident in the N14 eastbound between Pretoria West exit and the N1 Brakfontein interchange. Delays can be expected from the R55. Please be patient on the roads this morning. Now in Western Cape, Century City, on the N1 outbound, there's a stationary vehicle off the Sable Road obstructing the emergency lane. Please keep a lookout for this. And on the Metro Rail Central Line, all inbound and outbound Labour Town trains are cancelled from Friday the 8th of November till Sunday the 10th of November. All Chris Hani and Captain's trains remain suspended due to overhead power failure between Yanga and Langa. Please use an alternative mode of transport this weekend. But whatever you do, be safe on the road. So let's have a look at the weather with Kutle.
Thank you so much, Jamie, for the traffic update. Let's look at the weather. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you to Dokozo Makatini for your sunrise from Johannesburg, and Gary Ukam for your amazing sunrise from East London, as well as Fatha Khan for your sunrise from Richards Bay, and lastly, Ralph Mnisi for your incredible sunrise from Bush Buckridge in Mpumalanga. Now let's have a look at the rest of South Africa. In Polokwane, you can expect a partly cloudy day with a low of 15 degrees and a maximum of 31 degrees. Heavy rainfall from Bombela with a low of 14 and a maximum of 25. Pretoria 16 and 34 degrees. And Johannesburg, a partly cloudy day with a minimum of 19 degrees and a maximum of 31. Highest temperatures in the country can be expected in Mahikeng with a low of 19 degrees and a max of 36 degrees. Klerksdorp 17, 34. Kimberley 14 and 31 degrees. Bloemfontein, a partly cloudy day with 12 degrees and 30 degrees. Heavy rainfall for Richards Bay today with a low of 17 degrees and a maximum of 22 degrees. A couple of showers for Pietermaritzburg with a minimum of 13 degrees and a maximum of 18 degrees. A light drizzle for Durban with temperatures ranging from 18 degrees to 22 degrees. Occasional rain from Tata with a low of 11 degrees and a max of 24. Light showers for East London with a low of 14 and a max of 22. Klerksdorp, a low of 8 degrees and a maximum of 25 degrees. A couple of showers for Port Elizabeth, 14 and 21 degrees. Occasional rain for George with a low of 13 and a maximum of 19. Lowest temperatures in the country, Sutherland, with temperatures ranging from 17 peaking at 23 degrees. In the mother city, Cape Town, a low of 16 degrees and a 22 degrees. Southwesterly wind of 18 kilometers an hour in Worcester with a low of 12 degrees and 27 degrees. Springbok 12 and 31, and Uppington 17 with a maximum of 34. Come rain or sunshine, please have yourselves an amazing weekend.
Well, listen up. Drop exactly what you're doing right now. Just stop it. Drop your Gatsby. How was that Gatsby, by the way?
Gatsby is great, right? Yeah, I like spicy food, and it has a spicy taste, and it's all the best ingredient I want.
Basically like Team Samsung. It's all the best ingredients all in one.
Exactly.
Because we're not about living life in jail. We're taking it to the Galaxy A kind of life. That's what we're doing. And check it out. You could have this face greeting you every morning on your phone, on your device, and even have him tell you what a great day you're about to experience, because you have a chance of winning one of 10 very special edition Casper in your vest Samsung Galaxy A30s smartphones. Now, to win, head on over to our Expresso Facebook page or our Twitter page as well. Then reply to the competition post and tell us what your 2 favorite features of the Galaxy A30s are and why. And then, of course, be sure to include hashtag Galaxy A Life in your answer. Now, you only have until 8:20 this morning to enter, which gives you 11 minutes. And there are 10 phones that we are giving away. so make sure that you enter. Of course, T's and C's and more information can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. If I were to ask you, Ms. Dion, your one favorite feature of the Galaxy A30s, what would you say it is?
I know. The Expresso viewers are the smartest viewers in the world. Right? Especially early in this time. So if I can give one tip about the Galaxy A30s, is why we call it as the Casper Special Edition. So your smartest viewers will recognize easily. So it's easy. Hey, come on, the smartest viewers, please join us for the competitions.
There it is. Look at that face. Who wouldn't want to say good morning to that face? So yes, you have 10 minutes now officially to enter. Go on to our Facebook page, our Twitter page. The competition post is there. Reply to it. Let us know about your 2 favorite features of the Galaxy A30s and, of course, why they are your favorite features. Importantly, hashtag Galaxy A Life. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Hugh.
Thank you.
I like this.
Okay, who is in the mood to break a little bit of a sweat? Ons is op, die Ritseni, ons is Benekant DJ. It's NV's. Yeah, it's an extravaganza of music and feel good. You're gonna do it one more time. Don't say you weren't warned. Let's do it. The level of feel-good is just on another level altogether. It's a Friday here on your Feel-Good Breakfast Show. And we put it here and keep it here because it's going nowhere. He's still going to give us one more. And listen, because it's a Friday. And we don't just do Friday J. We have a Friday dance coming up as well. So don't move. Go wipe your sweat. Go wipe your sweat.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily goodness. Now also available in long life.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso, guys. Just a quick heads up. You've got probably around 2 minutes or even less to enter that competition to win that brand new A30s smartphone. One of 10 we are giving away. You've got to get onto either our Twitter or our Facebook page. Get to that post right now. Let us know which is your favorite feature of this incredible new phone. And it could be you. We'll be announcing those winners a little bit later. But right now, we are turning our attention to pets. Maybe you're in the market for a new pet, but don't know what the right pet for you is. Well, owning a pet, we know it can be a truly, I speak from experience, rewarding experience, each offering its own rather unique benefits and relationship. Maybe it's a bird, maybe it's a hamster, or maybe it's a really cute guinea pig. In today's series of How to Choose the Right Pet for You, we look at the very cute, cuddly companionship of a guinea pig. And we're going to chat to our animal behaviorist, Helen Baston, on owning and caring for a guinea pig. And you've got a guinea pig here.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He's called Roger.
Hello, Rog.
He's from Notuk Bunny Rescue, so he's actually up for adoption.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and he's cool, man. He's starting to relax a little bit. It's quite a hectic environment for a guinea pig to be in, as fun as we find it. But he's very sweet.
He's so sweet.
Very, very sweet. Now, please take us into the world of Roger. Like, why is he such an amazing pet to have or to own?
Do you know what? I grew up with guinea pigs, and they're just hilarious. They have these massive personalities. People don't think, they're just another rodent, but huge personalities, and everyone has a different personality. Yeah. And my favourite thing about them is when they get excited, they do zoomies, like when they run around so excited, just can't help just running around. And then they do this thing called popcorning, where they just literally pop boing, boing, on the spot. It's amazing. And then they're quite smart as well, actually.
And they're gorgeous. And by the looks of things, the softest, furriest, cuddliest things. So who is a guinea pig for? Who would be the ideal owner to match with Roger?
Yeah, so probably people that work a lot, have high demanding jobs, and they can't have a dog where, it needs exercise and attention. And so, they're absolutely fine guinea pigs to be left all day. As long as they've got friends, and they've got enough space and they've got their hay to graze on, then you can leave them all day and they don't mind, you know. So it's sort of and then kids as well. They're very good for children because you can cuddle with them. You know, they do settle down on your knee and have a
I've been very impressed. And I mean, obviously, you know, like any small animal would have anxious moments, but he's chilled out. He seems to be loving getting his little, what do you call that, a mohawk? Getting his little mohawk.
Why not? Yeah, his style.
Don't look at me like that, Roger.
Just like, are you teasing me, Graham? Earlier on this week, Helen, we had a conversation about rules and regulations when it comes to owning a pet.
Yeah.
And with regards to Roger, for example, does it mix well with other pets? And also, what kind of living space is conducive for him?
So actually, guinea pigs need a lot of space. They really do. They need a lot of space to run around, but they shouldn't have levels in their thing because they have no depth perception at all and they just sort of fall off.
Nosedive.
So that's not a good idea. But you need a big pen. And actually, I find that pet shops don't sell big enough pens for them. So my dad actually used to make ours, but it needs to be like 3 meters by 3 meters or bigger.
Okay.
So they actually need a lot of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that for one guinea pig? Or?
So they need at least 2 of the guinea pigs with them, at least.
At least 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're that social.
They really are. They move in groups because, you know, Shem, they're prey animals, really. So they move in groups and
Safety
they feel
in
safe.
numbers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm falling in love with you, Roger. I'm falling in love with you, little guy. Yeah, man. Very, very cute. I'm wondering how big he is underneath all that fur. I'm guessing he's not actually that big.
He's not that big. I think he's quite young still as well. Oh, where are you going?
Oh, he's beautiful. So what do we feed guinea pigs?
Yeah, there's 3 main things you need to feed guinea pigs. So they must have hay 24/7 because they're grazers, so they naturally graze. So they must have that hay.
Okay.
Then they must have vegetables, and then they must have a pellet. So a sort of not too much colouring in the pellets, like a natural grass pellet for guinea pigs, especially for guinea pigs.
And you get that made specifically for them.
I mean, it's not a very conventional pet to own. Like, what would it pair well with, for example, a dog or a cat in the house or other sorts of animals or pets?
No, they need another guinea pig, really, because, you know, you put with a rabbit or chinchilla or whatever, they don't speak the same language, you know. They have different body languages. It can cause fights, and then you get a very scared and lonely guinea pig who just, like, hides away the whole time and freaks out.
No, you want them to be able to express those big personalities, like you say, and really be cool. I'm so impressed with how he's just kind of chilled out. Seems very. Oh, look, there.
He's having a look around.
He's looking at me with kind eyes, unlike Hugh, Graham.
What do you mean? He's not looking at me with kind eyes? No, we've got a vibe, Roger and I. Roger and I have formed a connection. He is beautiful. I would actually seriously consider owning guinea pigs, and I think that's the most important thing here is to really take on board that they are social creatures, and if you're going to adopt Roger, think about adopting another 2 as well, having a pen that's big enough to support them, and obviously all the products that you need are really available, but they do seem like beautiful, cuddly, quite rewarding pets to own, I think.
Absolutely.
Very cute.
Yeah.
They really, really are cute. Thank you so much for joining us, Helen.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, if you think a guinea pig is something that you would love to own, make sure to not hesitate and adopt one. Like Roger's up for adoption, right?
Yeah, no-took bunny rescue. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Helen, that was awesome. Roger, you're a champion. And he's got little hands as well. They've got the cutest little hands. I just want to give him a high five.
Maybe, let's not lose it.
Hello, Rog. He really does have a mohawk. You better not drop Roger, eh?
No, I won't.
It's an overload of cuteness over here. Well, this November sees a new English language Spanish animated Christmas comedy film. It's written and directed by Sergio Pablos. Now, it follows Jesper, known as the Postal Academy's worst student, who is stationed in a frozen town in the north, where he discovers where Santa Claus is hiding out. Now, Graham got to sit down with some of the cast members to find out exactly how this Christmas comedy came to life.
Hello? Jesper Johansson, postman.
The postman and toy maker are brainwashing everyone!
Sergio, it must be very cathartic seeing a project this size, a collaborative, creative effort of this scale come together so beautifully. So congratulations on that. But where do you even begin?
What if everything that's good
about Santa came about through the actions of the most selfish person I can conceive of, right? And I was like, that could be fun. And then I started recognizing all the ingredients that I normally look for in a film. I said, well, this is no longer an exercise now, it's a film product.
What if we could tell a Christmas story that in the end it is exactly what we expect, with a beautiful lights and color and the expected Santa Claus in the end? He's exactly what we know he is now. But what if things were not always like that?
This is Smearensburg, the unhappiest place on earth. And you two can't change that.
This seemed to be a balance of beautiful artwork. In fact, it felt like being inside a graphic novel, if you will, that had literally come to life.
I, along with our production designers, Shimon and Martin, would exchange our impressions of what it is like to walk through the halls of a studio that's developing a film and seeing great artwork hanging on the walls by great artists with different styles, and going, why can't the film not look just like that?
It's a beautiful idea. Good luck, like, like, let us know when you figure this out. It was at the beginning a bit more of just a challenge for us to see, like,
that was an exercise.
Achieve that. It would be amazing if we could actually animate this piece of illustration and just make it move.
And we felt that the best way to do that would start with hand-drawn animation, because we were already closer to that hand-drawn feeling to it, and tack on all the elements we felt we needed to tack on that to make sure that the whole film had that sense of authorship and handcrafted look throughout.
What happened? Not a word. You just sit there, be all magical and awesome.
When we were making a list of like ideal voice talents, and the list for Klaus only had like 5 names in it, and immediately I went, if we could get J.K. Simmons.
Tonight, I go with you.
There's no need for you to come with me, really. Tonight, then.
I mentioned it, and like next week I say, we got J.K. I'm like, oh, okay.
We were trying to not make a movie that is all about the Christmas symbols. The Christmas tree, the lights, the gifts are there, but they are, a symbol of altruism, a symbol of this goodwill.
It's not about this one magic night, that you can just pretend being nice, You have to change yourself.
Hi! What's happening right now?
It's not about tricks, it's not about making a Christmas movie with the same elements you've seen. It's really going through who are these characters and how they would in real life act. And I think that honesty translates in the movie. The audience feels like it's authentic. They could meet these two guys in real life and they could be friends, How can two so separate and different characters in the end be true friends? Because they are different and because they understand each other.
If we are doing it right, the audience will have a good time and have fun in the first half of the film. They'll start to worry when things don't go so well for characters that they now care for, and they'll get emotional and they'll get sad when they need to, and eventually the film will get a jolt of joyness, and they will hopefully swell with emotion. That's the hope.
So thank you for that, and for making it a film that me and my son can go and watch and enjoy as much together. But it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Wait, time out. Really? That's how you laugh?
So there's been mad excitement on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Mr. Hugh and the rest of the Samsung team have come in to let us know about of course, the Power 10. We're talking about the special edition Casper in your vest Samsung Galaxy A30s. And of course, we launched a competition wherein you could win one of these 10 by telling us your favorite features of the beautiful phone. And this, I love this one. I've got to show you this one, Mr. Hugh. So Tammy Lynn on Twitter said her favorite 2 features are a sexy design and a sexy camera. Wow. Just sexiness all around. We have over 6,000 entries that have come in the past hour. So good luck to you. If you're one of the 10, you're going to be very, very lucky indeed. And you're not just going to be living life in jail. What do you want to say to all the Samsung fans out there?
I think she must be the sexiest Expresso viewer. Thank you for all the participants, the best Expresso viewers. I was told over 5,000 participants. Over 6,000 already 6, within 1 hour.
In 1 hour.
That's, I believe, almost a record-breaking.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. This is the most affordable Galaxy innovations. Please join more to get the Galaxy A30s.
And in about 10 minutes' time, we'll be announcing which 10 of of you are the luckiest and who will be now the new owners of a Samsung Galaxy A30s. After the break, make sure you don't miss out, because it's a sexy design and a sexy camera, and you're sexy, and everybody is sexy.
What are you playing next? I mean, I guess they don't have names. It's like a whole thing. This one. Do you title your things? Your sets? Oh, is it? Okay, so what's this next one? Yeah. What's this next one? Shut down. It's a shut down. I can't hear nothing. Ek is op duim.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Sexy phones, yes, we've seen with sexy
Sexiness all
cameras,
round.
sexiness all round. How about a sexy breakfast? We love our Mickey D's. McDonald's take good care of us, obviously.
Yeah.
Our 100% Arabica, we love it. But of course, they are treating us to a little bit of breakfast this morning. What more could we have asked for on this Friday morning than some McDonald's breakfast and, of course, that fresh 100% Arabica coffee. So this morning, we've been treated to some mega McMuffin meals and hash browns.
Yeah.
I feel like drum roll is needed for this. And here it comes. Oh! It's a coffee party!
Okay.
You've got it under control.
There we go. There we go.
I feel like, Sis Princess, I feel like I rushed you with the drum roll there. I feel like I was like,
There was a lot of pressure.
I need the food.
All good, Sis Princess. So we got sausage,
McMuffin.
We got the Mega McMuffin.
Mega McMuffin.
Look at the size of that.
That is one.
Oh, you went right in there.
hash browns.
I don't understand. You know, my thing is like when I get
Thank you, Sis
meal like this-
Princess.
Thank you very much. I like going for the main course first because I don't want to be that guy who eats all the chips and then you can't finish your burger.
Then you don't have your burger.
No, if I start with my chips, I know for a fact I'm going to finish my burger.
If I ever am not able to finish anything, okay, you just slap me across the face. Trust me, I ain't leaving anything behind. Oh, that is mega, hey? Oh, look at that.
I actually want to put some
Mega.
okay.
On your burger.
Yeah, inside on the.
Okay, what's going on here, guys? What's the story over here?
We weren't invited.
But I mean, I feel like there's an allocation. I just came to grab.
Don't you have work to do?
I do have work to do. I have
We're
work
here to work,
do.
Tabiso.
Did you honestly just come for your mega?
I wasn't going to miss out. I wasn't going to miss
All
out.
right, so if you would like to emulate this joy and want to start your weekend with a McD's breakfast too, then you should definitely download the McDonald's app from your app store right now. They've got tons of daily deals, offers on all your favorite meals as well. It really is worth it. I had 5 stars.
I want to try it. I want to try the tomato sauce.
Star
You've never tried it before?
Never.
You're missing out on life, Miguel.
This is happening.
Cheers. Go.
We've got it locked and loaded. We're about to shut it down. It's your Feel Good Breakfast show, taking it to now a whole new level all together. Envy Funk has been such a joy, man. Shem, would you like some of this? Cool. Would you like a hash brown?
No.
No? You're fine? Shame. Okay. Then don't look at it like that. Don't look at it that way. But listen, the love has been insane on social media. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Thank you so much for that. Of course, you have been such a bomb, dude. Take us away. You're shutting it down now. Huh?
Take it easy.
Cool. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
What a guy, what a guy, what a time and what a vibe here. It's not just a Friday, it's a Friday on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Dude, where can people catch you performing?
You can just follow me on all social platforms.
Where?
www.envyfunk.com, Facebook Envyfunk,
Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram, Envy_funk.
All
You guys
over
will be
the
up
internet.
everywhere.
All over the internet, envyfunk.com. What a time.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, we've been fed, we've been given some really awesome music as well. We are full, and our cups runneth over with yas for our year here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, live on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us on this beautiful Friday morning. It's time for us to go back to the cinemas. This time around, JP Sebastian's got a bit of a review on some movies that he's found. That you spend so much time finding these movies.
Yes, but you know what you need after a large meal? Some sleep. Dr. Sleep is here for you.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'm going
Is
to
that
show you.
the name of the movie?
This is the movie I'm reviewing. That's coming out today.
You think you're smart, my boy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, tell us more about this one. What happens there?
So I think this will introduce a lot of the older fans enough, because you'll know that most people know that this is a sequel to The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece horror from back in the day.
Yes.
And The Shining itself is a special power that certain humans have. And here you're going to see in this following scene, Ewan McGregor discussing this with a new character who finds that they too can shine.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Magic. Like me.
I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining. And yeah, we both shine. Do your parents know?
About my shine? They don't talk about it. Or if I use it, they look at me different.
When I was a kid, I didn't understand The Shining. I called it Tony. I thought he was my imaginary friend.
I thought you were my imaginary friend for a long time. How many of us are out there?
There's a lot of people who have a little bit of shine, they don't even know it. They always seem to come home with flowers when their wives are sad or they do well in a school test they didn't study for. But I only met 2 or 3 people in my whole life who knew they shined.
Well, just from that clip, I can tell that it's quite an intense one, and it's quite thick in its texture.
So, ooh, fancy. Look at you, Mr. Smart Boy. So, just so you know, I'm talking about a horror movie here for you. It's totally sanitized. Seriously, don't worry. Everything I've clipped out of these clips, there's nothing too spooky for anyone to see. But I'll describe the spookiness for you. So, in terms of depth and texture and all that kind of stuff, you're dealing with a movie that is harking from a heavy Hollywood mythology.
Yes.
Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, the original movie, the one with Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny.
Yeah.
is a monolith of horror movies that every movie that's ever been made subsequently is basically tributing. It is held up high.
It set the tone.
Yes, absolutely. And so it's really hard to take the reins over to try and do the sequel.
Yes.
Which is maybe, you know, me saying it's a bit of a dangerous start to begin with. So Ewan McGregor plays Danny Torrance, all grown up after the trouble that he had with a father who back in The Shining was alcoholic, abusive. There's the classic carpeting. We all know that. Room 237. You were told not to go in there.
Familiar.
And now he's dealing with the past coming back to haunt him. And so while the whole time while he was growing up, he was trying to suppress this power that he has, the shine, which is basically a telekinesis, the ability to plant yourself in other people's brains, talk to them without words, without your mouth, blah, blah, blah. You know, the usual telekinesis. We all got it.
Yeah.
No.
No, not me. Not me, JP.
I've only got 2G at this point. He's been trying to push all that away because it's been so traumatic for him, the way he was growing up. Now he's dealing with alcoholism of his own. So there's this cycle of abuse. And then he finds out other people can shine. As you saw, the young lady there, Abra, has a power of her own. On the other end of things, there are some shiners, these special magical human beings who are out to hunt people like Abra and like Danny, as you're seeing right now, played by Rebecca Ferguson. Both Rebecca Ferguson, by the way, and Ewan McGregor are excellent in this. They do very well. Ewan McGregor carries like the past hurt so well, and Rebecca Ferguson's not a bad guy, bad girl, bad lady, bad person. So they feed on the special powers of these other people, kill them, and the Ewan McGregor and the little girl have to worry about this other force.
But it also sounds like this entire thread of relationships is nicely threaded. They're all so connected.
Unfortunately not. You've got too many. What this movie needed was a director who was going to be arrogant to say, this is my vision, and not want to please the Kubrick fans, not want to please the new people, not want to please Stephen King, who hated Kubrick's version.
Just tell it like it is, for what it is.
I wanted to root for this movie for the first like 60% of it, and then it starts like messing up and dropping the ball.
You've got another clip for us.
If you want to see it, I can show you. So you're Stephen King.
You don't want to give us clips, JP. You want us to go to the cinema when it's out. Cool, that's fine. How many popcorns, sir?
Damn, I got to school. Okay, unfortunately, 5 out of 10. If you're going to take over something
JP, Sebastiano.
What if I was the spook all along? The bad guy, at least. So if you're going to take over something so gigantic, like I said, you need to probably have a director who's going to grab it with both horns and be like, I don't care to please everyone who's going to be watching this, or please the studio, or please Stephen King. Do your own thing, and unfortunately, it's just a checklist of everyone's favorite parts.
I suppose, if anything, do watch it for the acting abilities of Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, as well as Carl Lumbly, because I know that they will certainly be able to bring the story to life in their own unique way. Thank you so much, JP. Both. Boom.
Boom. Gatsby. Beautiful stuff, man. Well, it is a Friday, which means we need a Friday dance. Concrete Apostles, pretty cool name. Formed back in 2011 by a group of Cape Town-based breakers and dancers from former rival local crews who had the same vision, to see the South African breakdancing community making a real impact on a global stage. Again, they join us, obviously, for our Friday dance, but also to fill us in on what sounds like a pretty cool movement and a great origin story. One of their founding members, Barry Baumgart, now joins us. Dude, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Pretty cool story, man.
So amazing that you guys have been on the international stage, but you're also all about empowering the youth and teaching the local craft. But also this Saturday, you guys have your 8th anniversary jam. Tell us more about that and what this means to you guys.
Yeah, so thank you. We've got our 8th anniversary coming up this year, 2019, and every year we try to celebrate that moment in a community jam. So it's bringing all the elements of hip-hop together, putting on dance battles, putting on performances, what we call ciphers, which are just the circle that we gather around with music, and it's a celebration. Yeah.
Buddy, 8 years, that's a legacy. That is an incredible... What's kept you guys going? What motivates you?
I think the vision to, from when you started, to see the dance community in South Africa put back on the international map, and each of us pushing through our different strengths, through all of our directions, as solo dancers, as a crew, and but still all with the same vision.
No, absolutely. You guys all come from different backgrounds. You guys weren't actually the Apostles crew first. You guys came from local crews. But what's it like working all together right now?
I think it has its challenges. Cape Town is a big city. I mean, not the biggest in South Africa, but we are from all corners of it. So getting together always has its challenges. But again, the vision is strong. The respect amongst each other is strong, and that's what's pulled us and held us together.
When you talk about an international stage, the Olympics 2023, what's going down there?
2024.
24.
Yes. Yeah, so breaking has just been accepted into the Olympics, and it will have a trial run at the 2024 Olympics. It had a successful trial at the Youth Olympics last year. So, yeah, there's now a new opportunity, a new avenue for not just dancers, but coaches, trainers, all the support staff, and yeah, the
infrastructure
around it. Exactly, that comes with being in the Olympics. So we geared up for that in terms of some of our dancers will be contenders for that, as well as trying to make sure that the next generation is bred through to be ready.
Man, thank you so much for putting that amount of time and effort and resource into channeling what you do. I'm just blown away. 8 years is awesome, man. I'm so glad we are going to get a taste of the Concrete Apostles right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You want to stick around for that.
Well, I can tell you it's been a very, very exciting, fantastically exciting morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show with the team Samsung, headed out by Mr. Sang Yoon, who's been here telling us all the great innovations that we can look forward to in the future. And, of course, surprising you all with one of 10 of these special edition Samsung Galaxy A30s that we are giving away. And you've entered, we've listened, we've had, how many is over
6,000 within 1 hour.
Within 1 hour of entries. So thank you very much for that. And right now, we're going to make two of you very, very happy. Mr. Yoon, you have the names of our 2 winners.
Yeah.
First 2 winners of the 10.
Yes.
All right, so everybody, here we go. Let's find out who are the special winners.
Yeah, thank you for all the participants. Great viewers from the Expresso.
Absolutely.
I have the winners.
Drum roll, please.
From Crescendo. The first winner goes to Dicky Matloa.
Hey, Dicky Matloa! Yes!
And the second winner goes to Levo Holomis.
Levo Holomis! Yes! Congratulations to you.
Okay.
So out of those 6,000 plus entries, you are our very, very lucky winners. Let's take a look at those comments that you sent through to us and what they say. So, Diki, hey, Mama Angelo Matloa says, hashtag Galaxy A Life. I love it because of the camera quality, triple lens, talking about that. And you get to be woken up by Casper. Heart emojis in the eyes, and also the 4,000 ampere battery, 4 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte split there. Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much for that, Diki Matloa. Then Lebu Holomis says here, hashtag Galaxy A Life. My favorite Samsung A30 features are triple rear camera, which takes beautiful and clear pictures, and its outer appearance also does the thing. It's so unique and so lovely as well.
Okay.
It must be amazing for you to see how people out there are really appreciating the innovation, the design, the tech that you're putting into these devices.
As we promised, we will deliver more innovative product in going forward.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And we look forward to that journey and being a part of it as well. So congratulations to our very first 2 winners. Thank you to everyone firstly who entered as well. And thank you to our amazing team from Samsung for making this possible. But please do make sure that you tune in on Monday morning, because we will then be revealing the next 8 lucky winners who will receive their very own special edition Casper Nyovest Galaxy A30s smartphone. This is the phone you want. Trust me, we're going to take a very quick break. Congratulations to our winners.
Thank you.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag Share the Goodness. Made with love by Clover.
It is a feel-good breakfast show indeed. It is a Friday, a Friday. We are setting the tone for the weekend. We have Entry Funk, we had McDonald's, we even had a Gatsby right in studio. But today, we are bringing you some B-Bay performance with Crew Apostles. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Ready? Take it away.
That is amazing. That is class,
Incredible.
You got mad.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
Take a bow.
Jamie, you understand what it takes to do this.
No, that is next level. They are ready. They're already ready for the Olympics.
That was like
2024.
I can't believe how bad my maths is. The 2024 Olympics, 2023. Are you crazy? That's like your crew, man. Like
Yeah,
you
no, I know.
them,
I know some of them from back in the days, you know.
You got street cred, girl.
Some moves for us.
You guys were dancing together.
You guys.
I'm going to tip my hash brown to you, gentlemen.
And of course, if you want to be like us, make sure you get with the McDonald crew and get yourself a Mega McMuffin meal and hash brown to start your day. You can even download the McDonald's app from your choice of app store for all the latest deals that they've got going on over there. And it's as simple and as easy as that. But of course, we've got a massive weekend coming up. Lots of sports.
MSL,
lots happening.
guys.
What are you guys getting up to?
I'm going back to Joburg because I'm relocating back to Cape Town, so I need to sort out a lot of admin on my side. It's official now.
It's official,
signed, sealed,
baby.
and delivered.
Welcome to Cape Town.
Of course, the Pink Polo. I'm not going to be going there. I'm unfortunately working. But go and support a fantastic cause.
I'll be there.
Man. Go and represent, man. I'll live vicariously for
Yeah,
you.
I'm going to be singing happy birthday because they're celebrating their 10th anniversary.
You must get them like happy birthday to you.
Just very quickly, can I say, ladies, well done on your first week. I know you've been thrown right into the mixer. You guys have made such a cool addition to our little family here. We are so impressed and so chuffed to have you here. Guys. The crew loves you already, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know, you can eat your hash brown if you want.
You've been waiting eagerly.
But we are so proud of how far you guys have come, and crazy things, we've only just gotten started.
Listen, we had a very exciting competition courtesy of our friends at Samsung giving away the Galaxy A30s. We'll be announcing the rest of the winners on Monday. So in the meantime, enjoy your weekend. Make someone smile out there. We'll see you on Monday.
Be safe.
Bye.
We love you. Bye.
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 Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.